This is the first semifinal in Wallhalla, an event hosted by John Slow. And even though it's some boomy maps, which should bring us some great entertainment, they start with 9 villagers, so this speeds up the Dark Age. And I was just saying that, like, I'm not a biggest fan of starting with more villagers and on more open maps because I think it takes away from certain strategy possibilities.
Yeah.
But on maps where they're going to be going fast castle anyways, I think this is a great choice.
Oh, I've really enjoyed it, man. It gives me less time to dick around at the beginning of the game, but it's fantastic because you get right into the action, and like a best of 7 like this on closed maps could take forever. And it ends up taking, on average, probably 20, 30 minutes less than it would otherwise. And that time is, not really spent doing anything important. So
yeah, it's true. I mean, we'll have our breakdowns here. And so what we have here is Fortified Clearing Arena Edition. So if people watch Titans League, I know you've been covering a lot of this, Dave, but like basically it's stone walls as opposed to like any of the versions that would have palisade walls in the back or no walls in the back. There also are, I'm actually familiarizing myself with some of this as well. There's 7 relics on the map with 5 in the middle and then 1 in the north and then 1 in the south.
I actually haven't seen this in Wallhalla yet. I haven't seen this map. I guess it's because it's best of 7. It was oftentimes banned in the earlier sets.
Yeah.
Probably because of their experience with Titans League. And like in Wallhalla, people are trying to, capitalize on new strategies and stuff. And as we saw in Titans League, this has been fleshed out a little bit more, right? So maybe that's the reason we didn't see it as much.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, the interesting thing about this event, for those that haven't really followed it, is there were 8 invited players. I think they were invited based on performances in the past or just elo. And then there was a qualifier.
Did you see the seeding for the invited players?
And I was just gonna touch on that. So John Slow did there's a little clip floating around. He did the seeding with a duck race online.
Yep.
I think it was a duck, right? Like floaty duck race or something?
Yeah. Like little rubber duckies online, and he named each one of them and had a race. But the best thing about that was there was one Twitter comment on it. I don't know if you saw it. He posted the screenshot of the race with the duckies, right? And some guy commented, he's like, "It's truly amazing how CL can keep innovating new tournament ideas that their members will never qualify for."
Well, okay, so it is true. The Clown Legion players haven't really had the best of times in this event. But what's cool about this event is that the majority of that top 8 are not in the semifinals.
Yeah.
Right? I think TaToH was one of them. And then I think Yo was one of them.
Yo was one of them, yeah.
But like everyone else, like Viper, Jordan, you go down the list, a lot of players just did not, and they were not able to get it done. So that's pretty cool.
Running kicked out Valessa. He beat 3-0, and then he beat Doubt 3-1, and then he swept Ganji 3-0 as well.
Yeah.
And then in the upper bracket, Valessa kicked out Jordan, and I think he beat someone else. I can't remember who it was. Oh, ACCM 3-2 as well.
Yep. Huge. Yeah, so back to your point, this is what made me think of it. Like that's probably why we saw a lot of this map banned, because those were players who recognize, or like Running, for example, probably recognized the experience that some of that top 8 would have had from Titans League, and wanted to kind of abuse the fact or just use to his advantage the fact that maybe those top guys were not going to train too much or like really put a ton of work into prep. So I'm happy regardless of the situation, regardless of the tourney. I just want to see preparation pay off. And actually, it has for Running, for sure.
I have to correct myself because I believe it was Ganji who actually 3-0'd Valessa, and
sick.
Running 3-0'd him. So Running is amazing, and I know you were talking to me. You saw one game from Running on Zawal, and you were saying it was amazing how he keeps his eco running, ironically, behind a quick Imperial or what seems to be an all-in push. And I've noticed the same thing. Like his farm count in any of these games is absolutely insane. Behind what appears to be a YOLO push, and you look back at his base, and the farms are so clean and they're so nice. We can only aspire, especially you, to having such well-placed agriculture.
Yeah, now I wonder what his approach will be in this matchup, because TaToH has a civ that I think is possibly better overall. If this was Arabia, you talk about how Italians have great hussars later on with their foot archers, bombard cannons, but lacking rams, blah blah blah. But the Bohemians, I mean, we know it's all about that push up the middle in most cases. And then the ideal composition would be like Halberdier, Hufnitze. So I'm excited to see how TaToH utilizes his civilization here, because I remember some epic wins from him when the backside was open and the previous event we talked about. But like here, I definitely give the edge to Bohemians because I feel like there's less mobility needed, I guess, to have success on this version of the map.
I think Italians are a civ that can catch them off guard, though, especially with a faster Imperial Age time. And Italians have, all the tools that they need to capitalize on that, right? Bombard, cannon, they've got the Arbalest and whatnot. So you can go for that really fast push, especially if you're concentrating everything on the middle, not looking on the outside for those relics, which maybe running might be doing at some point. But Bohemians getting chemistry on the way to Imperial Age can kind of negate that to some extent too. So I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. It looks like they're both going to go for the scout into light cav approach. Maybe forego light cav. I guess it depends on how many relics they gather, but I would expect light cav to be coming from both players. And then we'll see who opts to go for the relics on the outside. That's kind of been a trap sometimes, right? Where they're so busy contesting in the middle, they don't even bother to send one scout or one monk to grab the relics on the outside. So their opponent gets them for free, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, TaToH has a scout out there right now, and running has a scout, funnily enough, right there in the back corner. But like, I don't know. I think if there's only one relic on each side, I think most of your focus should go to the middle.
TaToH didn't see either of those relics, bro. Look at the little strip at the top. He didn't see it. I wonder what running can see. Running spotted both of them. Okay.
Well, it's probably an afterthought, right? Like if there's a moment where you can free up an extra monk to send it out there, I think you go for it. But I am in love with TaToH's eco so far. It's cheaper to go up to each age. University techs are cheaper later on as well. And the second TC is already coming up for TaToH, and I'm loving his farm count. The monastery is coming out too, and even light cav's coming in. So he is a little light on numbers. He only has what will be 2 light cav in the middle because his scout's down here in the south, but it's a pretty good build-up for him, and it'll be about execution towards the middle here.
Yeah, he got light cav a lot faster than running, but running added that extra scout, and now TaToH's going to run away, and he's going to heal that light cav. So good job not losing that, not trying to commit to kill that scout. You can heal that up. It'll come back for more later. Running will have 4, though. TaToH will only have 3. Running has not added a spearman yet, but with the light cav, you can just kind of run away from that thing. Or just kill it straight up.
Yeah.
No value from that spearman.
Take it out. Yeah, it's been the theme. We've been casting a lot of closed maps. It's just spearmen don't do too well. And even if you have like 3 or 4 spearmen, the light cav can always run away, and then monks can always convert the spearmen. So it's not something you see a lot of.
All right, so this is playing out more or less how we thought it would. Light cav into monks to grab the relics. Both players now going to be on 2 TC. Running adding his second right now. TaToH will be a little bit ahead as he already has that second wood upgrade and probably a villager advantage here, but it's not massive. It's not huge. And Fervor will come in eventually for running, giving him probably the eco advantage over TaToH.
There is a pretty significant difference right now in the food wood situation. You've got 17 on food for TaToH, and he's got a lot more farms up.
He's got 3 more overall resources collected. 3.
Well, still.
When I checked.
Oh, man, and we see a monk go down. A monk go down. I mean, this map control could be important for running.
And a light cav, too.
Not bad.
TaToH doesn't want to let him in either.
TaToH actually got into running space. I think we both missed it. You can see the 2 blue bodies on the ground. So 2 monks went down to this light cav.
And a villager. 2 villagers, I think. So valuable. Such a value play there from TaToH. Or 200 gold and then 100 food. Dead.
It is interesting, though. I mean, you've got... Running is buying food. So he's bought food for like the 2nd or 3rd time. But he also has so many light cav in the middle. Like TaToH, I think TaToH needs to be careful about giving Bohemians control, because in the later stages, if you want to push Bohemians, you want that map control. I think even like sometimes if running were to take full map control, you'll see players in his position as he snipes another monk, make a siege workshop and start to just make it awkward for TaToH to defend. So I really think he needs more light cav here, Dave, and he's definitely thinking about it.
I don't know why TaToH sent that monk out there, but he is grabbing the relic in the south. So this is what's happening right here. Running doesn't have even one of those scouts on that area. He's just trying to get all the relics in the middle, and TaToH is at least going to have one relic. He'll probably grab one from the middle, and then I wouldn't be surprised to see him grab the one in the top too.
Yeah. I mean, you just do not want to give your opponent all the relics, and you get a few of those from the middle while taking the ones on the sides. It should be even. Great work there from TaToH. The Spearman actually paid off because a lot of those light cav were weak. And then he also is killing that monk there. And running his 2 relics, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to comfortably get more as he goes for TaToH's monk, and another monk's going to die here.
They just can't stay up, can they? And running got that light cav away on 1 HP. Nice.
I should be able to heal that one. And so far, I mean, it's a close game. We've got 6 army versus 5. We have 48 villagers versus 45. And
so
running's food eco is still looking a bit behind TaToH, but it's catching up.
Say what you will about the buying of the food, but TaToH has a minute more vital TC time here. So
Yeah.
running has been creating, I guess that's a 2 villager advantage roughly. And that makes up for the 2 vills he lost as opposed to the light cav.
And you're also kind of like taking advantage of your free mining upgrades in some way. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I guess also in the later stages, if you need gold, you can then sell the food and get more gold in return. So I don't hate it. Like, players like Dow do that all the time. I know it's like kind of a meme with him, but the arena guys love their market. So I think it's kind of kept him up to pace.
If you think about it, if running buys like at those prices, if running buys like 400 food, right? How much gold is he really losing in exchange for that? He's losing like 100 and
well, it's 100
or something.
It's like 138 for the first buy, I think. So you're looking at like 600 gold, but you could sell later on. I think I'm doing the math correctly there. If you tab up,
well, I'm thinking of additional. I guess you're losing. Yeah, you're losing that gold, but I'm thinking about like the gold to food direct payoff. How much you're paying in interest, I should say. So you're paying like an extra 38 or whatever, and then you're paying an extra 42, and then an extra 48 or whatever.
Yeah, and then you have the conversation of like, well, if you buy extra food, it might help you get the relics, which might bring you more gold.
Yeah.
But dude, he has bought tab up again. He has bought almost 1,000 food. Actually, no, 1,000 food in this game already.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's a lot more than I was expecting when we initially had the conversation.
And he's only had 4 on gold, too, with those relics.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. That shows you how good Bohemians are with their upgrades. It's crazy.
Another monk went down there for TaToH, too. Man, they've been on it. The fact is, well, TaToH's going to try and bring in the other one. But the fact that, like, 5 monks have died trying to take in that one relic is crazy. It's been so close to TaToH's phase.
4th TC and running at 33... 33 on food right now. I don't think he's gotten fervor, right? Let's check the... Yeah, he hasn't gotten fervor yet. Oh, no, he has. No, he hasn't. Okay. No, because he just got wheelbarrow. Never mind.
Okay,
wheelbarrow came in right as I was looking at the speed. Wheelbarrow comes in. It's like... The hell? Okay, there's fervor and there's handcart. Yeah. And those vills are going to be flying pretty soon.
So, the risk of what TaToH's doing is that this means he stays in Castle Age longer, as does the getting heavy plow now. He's just investing into the long term. The important thing for me is he needs to control the map. So I actually think it makes sense as he's getting forging now and probably thinking about this as well. It's just continue to produce light cap. Yeah, there's no more relics in the middle, but you need to hold the map because you do not want forward castles, forward bomber cannons to be possible for running, and you need to make running work.
Oh my god, 2 more monks.
That map.
Oh my god, dude, 2 more monks going down for Why is he even sending them out here at this point? Oh my goodness.
Well, clearly he considers them useless when there's...
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm staring at the relic right there. Yeah, there's still a relic there.
And look at running already coming forward with the wall. It's coming forward with the stone wall on the outside. So he's already starting to pen TaToH in. And we see 3 relics for TaToH, 2 relics for running. Running has another one coming in, so that's going to be his 3rd. And... Is there another monk walking in from some other angle here? Where's one relic unaccounted for?
It's in running's hands, is it not? Or are you?
There's 7 relics on the map, though, right?
Ah, yeah, so that would be number 6.
Where are you?
I would say first person who finds it wins, but I think you would win, so we're just gonna avoid that. I don't see
Running had it coming in, I guess. So
oh, okay, there we go.
There we go, 4-3. And he's on the way to Imp. TaToH getting handcart. TaToH has a lot of gold in the bank, and I guess that's another advantage of buying food early. You're gonna pay the good prices, and your opponent, who's gonna try up to go up to Imp, is gonna pay the bad prices. So if you're gonna buy, do it early, you know?
Well, TaToH clicks up at a good time here, and now it's all about that chemistry upgrade. The fact that Bohemians can research that and Castlade just helping running so much here. I wonder what army TaToH's going to commit to, because I feel like running's got to commit to pikemen here. He's actually adding more ranges, so I'm wrong. I'm a little surprised. Maybe he's thinking hand cannons, but I wonder if TaToH will make more stables, if he wants to go Hussar, if he's even going to consider the archer line when he knows the bomber cannons could be out there.
I feel like if you're running, why would you go for pikemen, though? Because what is the cavalry really going to do to you?
Well, it's going to snipe your bombard cannons, right?
Yeah, but pikeman feels like an upgrade you can get at any time. He's got 6 spearmen right now. So he goes into chemistry first. I guess it's so cheap, you could just get it anyway.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of reasons why you don't want to go gunpowder against Italians, though, right? Because Italians get condottiero. So, like, hand cannons can be... I know he's massive. Actually, he's going to have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because he still has 90 seconds till TaToH's an imp. But yeah, I guess, like, as he clearly wants to drop a castle here, I guess he just wants to get what he can while he can as quickly as possible so he can just get that ball rolling.
Look at his res, man. Oh my god. He could just go Hufnitsa right away on reaching him.
Crazy.
It takes an amazing fight there, too. Yeah.
And the pikemen were enough. The hand cannons are going to be there, too. Now, TaToH might drop barracks, and he does immediately drop barracks because of this. But TaToH was not expecting to ever have to go for this unit, I think. The good thing is, it's not like there's an elite version of it.
Yeah.
What you're getting is already pretty strong, and you can make them instantly once you're in imp.
I think, like, hand cannons still do, like, 12 damage or something to condottiero, don't they? They still do a lot of damage. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's what I've always felt. I mean, we truly don't see too much of it. There was that period in time where they were just the most broken unit in the game.
Yeah.
And then that got dealt with pretty quickly, and ever since then, it's been very niche.
TaToH is in the back of running space with a villager behind the walls.
Yeah, I see that.
That's very dangerous. When you have those walls up, it gives you like a false sense of security if you're running.
Running's got Hufnitsa on the way already.
I told you, man. He was banking
wild.
for that. That's crazy, dude. Bohemian Farms with handcart and fervor. You can see those villagers 1.11 speed, and the base speed of a villager is 0.8. So it gives you a good idea of how much faster these people are moving.
I'm not sure I'm convinced with the army amount either right now for running. He's got 13 hand cannons. TaToH has 11 condottiero, so we'll see. I mean, if the second castle goes up, it could become more of a problem for TaToH, so he might rush an engagement here. As he's not going to be able to take the fight before the castle goes up, Dave. So good job from running. I think continuing this way is how he wins the game. More castles as he pushes down buildings from TaToH.
I'd love to see running prioritize like fletching Bodkin as well, because I think those castles are going to be a big help in the fights against the condos. If TaToH's going to mass up a huge group, even if he goes right after your hand cannons and your trebs, if you have a double castle stack with the upgrades on them, those condos will melt. So
this isn't something you see every day. Cavalier for Bohemians.
Cavalier, nice. Against a guy who has Genoese Expo as well, but I guess you're taking out the castle, so you don't care, right?
Yeah, and he understands it's going to be condos. Here goes TaToH. Now, like you said, Dave, the castles do not have fletching, but chemistry being in will be helpful. And let's see how these things perform. We do have a number of hand cannons in there, which could still do some damage. But if the condo is getting close, they could kill everything here, potentially. They're going for the trebs and the Hufnitsa so far.
Oh, God.
Only one treb has gone down. Might be more, though.
But he is buying himself time, and he's got a treb and a bombard cannon behind. 2 bombard cannons. So it feels like this army right here from TaToH is just to buy himself enough time to kill that castle and maybe snipe some siege. And then he's going to kind of regroup after that as the condos get nice and close to the hand cannons. I think they 2-shot those suckers, right?
Yeah, they're insane. And they also don't take as much damage as infantry normally would. And now you're on Cavalier with Bohemians, which is notoriously bad. They have some of the worst stable units in the game, but TaToH does lose a bomber cannon. He's going to lose another bomber cannon now, actually.
Oh, boy. Condos are doing way better than I thought. Maybe fletching would have been a good investment there for those castles, dude.
Yeah, he kind of telegraphed the move, too. It's not like it was a surprise with hand cannons. He showed it super early and had no other unit type, and now running's falling apart. Also, TaToH has barracks in the back. So he's going to find some outer areas of eco here.
This is TaToH's game for sure. What a great job building up those condos and making that switch like right away, too. He was building up towards something else. He saw the hand cannons coming out, and he was like, ooh, this is perfect. And he goes into the condos. And adding the siege behind, buying himself enough time to take out that first castle with the first condos he sent in was really great because he can continue massing condos after he loses that army. And it's very quick to mass a big army of them with 7 barracks.
Also, if you have Cavalier, just thinking about what the Cavalier will do against the condos. You've got 12 base attack, but you're at 120 HP max.
Yeah.
I really kind of feel like just like Pikeman Condo, or even just straight Condo, because condos are so much cheaper, could actually beat Bohemian Cavalier.
TaToH just pulling away from that castle. He's like, yeah, I'll get it eventually. Even he packs up the Treb, and he sends the bomber cannon after that as he goes for the villagers on the other side. At the back, he's raiding with tons of condos as well. And they're actually not even doing that bad against the Cavalier. Blast Furnace isn't in yet. And if he's outnumbering the Cavalier 4-1, he's still going to win the fights.
Can someone remind me what the cost is of the condo? Do you happen to know offhand?
No.
I know it's cheaper than Cavalier. There's no doubt in my mind. Also, you don't have to get an upgrade. You can just make them.
Oh, castle stays up.
It does. Yeah, it does for now. TaToH, he's going to be able to push forward against that castle, though. Oh, the bomber cannons for TaToH could go down.
Yep. And Blast Furnace is in, so those are going to be sniping those quite quickly.
Yeah, but still, TaToH can take gold in the north. TaToH is raiding in the back still. I mean, villagers are just dropping left and right. So good job from running to try and get those siege sniped there, but there's just too many condos. They can't be that expensive. 41 condos.
They're 50 food, 35 gold.
35 gold, yeah.
So really affordable.
So what's a night, like 70 gold, 60 food or something, or 75, 65?
And there it is. Running,
wow, that was a great game.
Running can't withstand that. And that was a great tech switch from TaToH. I think if he gave running another minute, things would have turned out differently there. Because running was already switching into the Cavalier. If TaToH doesn't take out that first castle with the first wave of condos, I think he might be in trouble. If there's hand cannons with Cavalier in front, then it's an issue. But just all the hand cannons getting wiped up and then 10 Cavalier behind, not going to pose a threat to that many condos.
Yeah, I wouldn't classify this as a counter pick per se. However, now that we've seen this, it's a great tool to have in your toolbox, right? Because I've seen Italians perform enough on Arena and not face up against hand cannons and whatnot, where they're going their hussars and their arbalest with Pavise. And TaToH actually researched Pavise, so he was definitely thinking about using archer range units. But so again, to have that immediate switch is awesome.
What do you do here as Bohemians then?
I think you open. So this is what's funny. What I'm about to say isn't necessarily the best. I was going to say go Halb Hufnitze. Because I think the main thing here was he showed hand cannons while TaToH was imping. I think that was the mistake. Like if you want to show up with hand cannons later on, I think that's fine. But TaToH was able to prep the barracks and then be ready. If TaToH's in imp, starts to commit to something else, and then suddenly he sees hand cannons as well, then I think it's tougher for TaToH. And then if he doesn't take out those 2 castles, he could have lost a lot of ground there.
You almost do the like super mind games where you place 3 stables forward where TaToH can see it, and then you have the archer ranges behind. But that's like that's too deep. That's in like 10 years time, you know.
No, I do think it's difficult. Like I honestly do think that, at least based on the text tree, that opening condos is quite strong against most of the Bohemian strength. So maybe TaToH had thought, really far into that and wanted to do condos the whole time. But anyways, good game from him. Collected just about 3,000, 4,000 resources more, but obviously he was going to dominate that game.
I like Italians in this tournament. They've looked really strong. And Malay. There's a reason TaToH picked them first. Malay have looked great in this tournament. The best I think I saw with Italians was actually Slam against. Was it Yo? I think it was Slam against Yo. It was Italians against Hindustanis, and Slam went like 30 Genoese Expo against Ghoulims with condos in front, and he just beat a Ghoulim spam with that. It was crazy.
Yeah, condos versus Ghoulims. I don't know if I've seen that.
Ghoulims, I think in equal numbers they slightly win because of the pass-through damage, but the condos are good to like toss in front. Then you have the
yeah, and
Genoese
also
Expo
condos
behind.
only have to be created out of a barracks.
Yep.
And you don't need to get the upgrade to unlock the condo. You just simply need to arrive in the Imperial Age.
Ooh, interesting. Zawal, and we have Portuguese for running, and we have Koreans for TaToH. So I've seen Portuguese here. Ganji tried to go for Portuguese and kind of got slapped down a little bit by Malay.
Well, that was the game I told you about where
Yeah.
I was just amazed with running's farm count because they were
Yeah.
both going for monks and castles. But
And
TaToH
Koreans.
loves his towers, right? So
Yeah.
like in the back of running's mind, he's got to be thinking, how can I use monks to defend from a tower push?
Yeah.
This
Koreans
is a
have a
really
lot
fun
of-
map, though.
They have a lot of options if you can get late game in a map like this where you're just fighting in one area. Koreans can be super dangerous because their towers are gonna have the same range as your bomber cannons, right?
I think TaToH probably saw that a lot of players have been going Portuguese, and I think he wants tower defense because you don't get redemption as Koreans. You can't convert organ guns. Your monks kind of are just trash in general, so I guess we'll see, but I would guess that at least in Castle Age, TaToH's going to want to play defensive and then try and take it late game, like you said.
Yeah, you're not going for a monk push with Koreans, that's for sure.
Yeah, and even like a siege tower push, I think would be
Even
kind of
war
awkward.
wagons, your opponent just makes monks, and you're kind of out of luck in Castle Age. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, we are here. Map is Z-Wall. Love this map. I think this was the first of, well, not counting fortified clearing, but I think this was like the first like map that really.
It's been around for like a year and a bit, I think. I
Yeah.
remember
So
seeing
this
it
is
a
the
while
first
ago.
of all these other maps I think that were created. Now maybe I just didn't see the others that we'll see throughout this series, but looks like something they've changed since I covered it last is they actually put some wolves next to the wall there. I didn't see that before, so I guess that's to prevent villagers going out there too early. But
Yep.
are those wolves not going to attack?
They will
running
if
Sporvilles?
yes, they will if you get a little bit too close. So I think the closest wolf will attack. Maybe there's two there that might attack
Yeah.
the villager, but it actually, from what I've seen, it helps because they bump up against the boar and it doesn't attack the vill. Then you just get
that's
to
exactly
the TC,
where my
shoot
brain
him
was
down.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like the animals will all try and take the same path,
Yeah.
and they all run at similar speed.
It's actually-
so, yeah, I think that will not be an issue.
It's Zawal, not Z-Wall.
Don't backseat my pronunciations. Of
No,
the map.
no. We have to respect John Slow, and he would never say Z-Wall. I don't think he
Dude.
said Z in his entire life.
I mean, I can respect him as the host, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know if I can. It's all right. He'll respect it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so again, tell me what you've seen with Portuguese. It's been primarily like castle into organs, right? Or have we seen just straight up booming with the Portuguese?
I think that was the only time I saw Portuguese on this map.
Okay.
The one of the greatest games I saw was between TaToH and Viper, and TaToH had Poles against Teutons, and Viper held back that Polish aggression for like an hour, and then he finally pushed out with Teutons, and he ran out of gold right as he got over the TaToH side, and then the winged hussar came out. Like it was right as he got past the wall, he ran out of gold. It was so terrible.
We've got 3 relics on either side of the wall, and it's worth pointing out in case no one noticed, this is a neutral wall in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So
And they
this is
can't
not a
have
wall that
vision.
belongs to anyone.
They don't have vision over it either.
Correct.
So it's not like Border Wars or whatever the hell it was called in RMS Cup. I forget what that one was
so
called.
someone could, castle drop an area of that wall or ram down an area of that wall and sneak in. So you're going to have to be pretty active with your scout. Wanted to see, okay, here's the boar in question for running. I thought maybe the wolves would follow here, but okay, that's fine. I was just worried for the guy. I never want to see somebody lose a villager to wolves. Dropping the woo 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 is fun and all, but would feel bad for the guy in a semifinal.
Okay, so our question is less about the Portuguese because we know they have a lot of options. The question is Koreans, right? Like,
yeah.
How does TaToH approach the start? We know how he wants to probably play the end game with towers set up to snipe the bombard cannons. Maybe some bombard cannons of his own, maybe some wagons or arbalists or something like that. But how does he survive that long? Is it just going to be guard tower defense? Maybe a castle of his own?
My thought is guard tower defense, yeah.
Running's going up so early.
War wagons I wouldn't necessarily love because, wow, yeah, he's going up super early, and he's also not mining gold.
It's eco upgrade. He's got villagers on stone right now, so he can sell the stone, but how is he going to get the food to click up to Castle Age?
Because of a lot of sheep. I feel like this is a vill or two too early, but just to complete my thought, yeah, like, I don't think war wagons are great because most likely your opponent's going to always contribute monks as well, and monks can convert that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess TaToH's going to play tower defense and adept. I have to say, lovely stuff from TaToH. I don't know if you noticed it, but he just collected 10 gold.
And he's going to sell
that's
the stone?
so he can sell stone. But what's funny is
Running's going to sell stone too.
Stone,
yeah.
The price will be screwed up, and TaToH's plan will actually be ruined because the first person who sells 100 stone gets 91 gold, and TaToH's banking on that. Well, he is not most likely not going to get that price.
He at least he has the gold right near his mining camp. So it's not the worst thing in the world, right? Or he'll probably end up like selling wood. We've all been there before where someone has sold before us, like in a Black Forest game or something. You're like, oh my God, I set this up so perfectly. And then some idiot on the other team touched the market. Or my
It's
teammate.
The worst when it's your teammate. Too,
yeah.
You're just like, oh man, someone sold stone. And then like, someone's like, sorry, bro. Man.
Running did have enough food. Wow. What a build.
Can we touch on something else here as we will wait for Running to most likely sell a bit of resources here? The gold stone generation, like I know John Slow and his clown council probably go through rigorous testing. But the gold and stone situation is far from fair in this particular generation.
Well, this
could be a one-off, but holy.
This is a weird generation because it looks like Running has less of the map overall. And I think the gold is supposed to spawn a certain amount of tiles away from the wall. So if you look at his secondary golds, they are the same distance from the wall. So technically they're as close, but the ones for TaToH are a little bit further forward. But I mean, if you look at where the wall is, the ones from Runnings are equally far forward. Or Running.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think it just has to do with where the wall's positioned because most likely the push is going to come around where Running Scout is right now from either of them. Would probably make the most sense. So Running will have more gold to fall back to, but he has clicked up. He's now sending villagers to gold, which he'll need. He's definitely cut some corners, and I actually didn't pay attention if TaToH had to get more gold.
He did. It looks like it because...
Well, he sold 200 stone, actually.
Yeah, but he clicked up before he sold that second one. So I think he did. You can see the villager gathering right now. I think he hasn't realized that villager is still on gold. There we go. Yeah. Now he's realized.
Or
now he's realized.
He just wanted that. Yeah. Maybe for one monk. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Like he's gonna grab the relics with one monk, and then he's gonna boom, and then he's gonna have just enough stone for towers. Here come the villagers from Running.
Castle time.
Yeah, I would place this castle as close to the wall as I could. And yeah, that's fine. And then he drops the monastery. Yeah, so expected stuff from Running. It's 90 gold. I think it's still 90 gold, right? Because it's 10% off for all your gold units with Portuguese. 90 gold per monk, and then obviously the organ guns will come out of the castle. So monks, organs. TaToH expecting this from the start. There's his monastery. Again, he can only make one monk.
I thought it was
I don't think he's going to be able to get the
I thought it was
relics.
like 80 for monks, wasn't it? 80 something?
Well, it used to be 10% off
80.
on all gold units, and then I think they might have switched it to 15, but I always forget.
That was 80, dude. It's 80 gold, yeah.
So they're 20% off all their gold units?
Yeah.
Wow, and they still feel really bad.
I know. One of my least favorite sims to play.
Yeah, like, I mean, except for organ guns and monks, but, like, For a civ that has fully upgraded Cavalier and Arbalest and whatnot, it never really makes you jump out of your seat.
Beautiful mining
But
camp,
yeah,
though. I love it.
Yeah, good mine. Oh, yeah, perfect mining camp there. And that's a perfect castle because he will be able to deny that one relic from TaToH.
TaToH sees it.
Yep.
And TaToH goes for towers immediately. So he already had one villager building a tower on the other side. He knows exactly what's coming. And organ guns can ignore watchtowers, but they can't really ignore guard towers, which Koreans get for free. Now, TaToH's going to need to get fletching and bodkin likely. But the tower stack for him, especially if he sets up a third one there, is going to be really tough for running to push through.
You know what monks like to do? They, or did I say monks? I meant to say clowns like to do is they like to just use the market. And they like to go for a fast imp with another castle and just treb everything down. So we saw it in the first game as running has to save a villager from a wolf here, and will do so. But he loves his market, Dave. So
yep.
I would like to see running think about that here.
And he's going to have 5
farming
relics.
Eco.
He's going to have 5 relics because TaToH got 1 only, and running is gathering the ones forward first.
He didn't get the one so much.
He didn't get the one right next to his monastery. That's going to be the last relic he gets, bro.
Yeah, smart thinking because you got to get there quickly. Look at TaToH dodging the organs and snipes a monk. That's awesome. It's unlikely he'll actually get that one for himself, but at least he delays things from running.
You can deny it, yeah. Running has 3 relics already. He's going to get that 4th one. Apparently the monk didn't go out for that. Can he not see that? He can. It's going to go for the one forward, I guess. As soon as he lost that first monk, it sends the next one there because he knows that one's safe behind. And well, he's only got 5 on food this time, Tristan. Only 5 farms set up behind. We were talking about how nice his farm setup was in the previous game on this map, and I'm waiting for him to add some more. Or maybe he just tries to drop another castle forward, potentially.
I think you have to. Like, if you don't have better food eco, TaToH's boom is just going to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
TaToH doesn't have army, so I think you need to drop a castle in a spot that would shoot down these towers and give you a real foothold.
Maybe like near that gold in the stone and just deny that as long as you can.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking between the towers, kind of where TaToH's building the siege workshop now, but that's thinking from TaToH, like, I need to have something more than just towers, but I'm not sure it will be in time. From these
villagers are like, monk, you need to turn around. We are coming through. The monk is like, but how do I get this home? And then the next villager is going to block him again. Oh, he bypassed him. Okay.
Hey, castle's going to go up. That's a great castle spot. I like that. It'll take out the tower, take out the market, give you access to that gold, which he's going to want anyways to buy a lot of food, most likely.
Yep. And running's
he
already
also
buying
isn't
food.
overspending on organs, which I like. Because I think I would just autopilot and just make nonstop organs.
Organs don't get you anything here, I don't think.
Look at it. Look at the market, man. Sold wood, bought food. Now he needs gold. TaToH's thinking about going up as well. But yeah, you're right. Organs don't give you anything if there's towers up. So it's the correct move not to make a lot of them.
And TaToH he's getting loom right now, which is a good decision considering you have a forward castle and organs behind on your face. But he's delaying fletching, delaying bodkin, and he's going to click up at the same time as running, actually before running, with 50 villagers versus 36. But how are you ever going to push this castle foundation back, or castle placement back?
Well, an MP could make trips.
Yeah.
So he does have the stone mining bonus with Koreans. He's got quite a few on stone. Also, his new tower next to his TC.
Running, you need to click
will
up,
give him
dude.
further protection.
There we go.
I guess, like, I'm trying to think after Running's castle goes down. Let's just assume that goes down, this front one here. What does TaToH do to push forward? Because he'll have no army.
Yep.
Maybe, like, he has to creep forward with towers to keep himself protected.
TaToH should add another market while he can, before he's in a bad spot and he forgets that he doesn't have one.
Yeah. I like how Running has the scout here, and he's just checking to see what TaToH's up to.
Mm-hmm.
He'll see the university, which will might prompt him to actually do the same, which would be kind of funny. And TaToH, I'm not a fan of that castle spot. I would have liked to have seen him place the castle next to his monastery, but I guess he's a bit worried.
How much damage does an organ do against a treb? Is it just the extra shots that are doing damage?
They
Does it
do
have a
solid
bonus against
damage.
siege?
I don't know how. I can't give you a number, but I mean, if you've got 7 of them, should be decent.
Because I'm just thinking, like, if running gets enough organs, TaToH has to come forward, and the only place he can really sit under to treb that castle down is his TC in the guard tower.
I
Which
know,
isn't
yeah, that's why I don't like the
threatening
castle.
to the organs, right? So, yeah, but maybe you could have deleted some farms and put the castle right beside the 2C. Maybe that's
Yeah,
the
because
play.
you need something to protect it, but he will
Yeah.
get keep for free. That's good. I forget if keep gives additional range, though. I feel like it doesn't.
No, keep doesn't give additional range, but it will give damage output against those organs, which should be nice.
A chemistry right away for TaToH. He's making a new siege workshop, and he's making a treb.
And
Yeah, and I
another
guess
TC,
especially
wow.
with the TC there, he could always garrison those keeps if the organs came in close.
at
So I
the
guess the keep does protect.
Look at the food eco for running. Big.
Huge. He actually pulled off of farms.
He's got
You
enough
do have to remember, though, he could make a Fatoria.
He could.
So,
I don't know if you want to make a Fatoria in this situation, though, because it feels like if you ever give up this forward pressure, you're going to be in trouble.
yeah. He also has 2 castles to make trebs, so yeah, TaToH
Oh,
was
wow.
faster to trebuchets.
That treb is further away than I thought. It actually has a place to sit under now.
Yeah, I guess so. Yep. If that tower wasn't there, it'd still be a bit questionable, but you have the TC as well. Running has added a Fatoria, which is 250 gold and 250 stone. And now he's lacking stone to be able to repair this castle for as long as he maybe wants. So
What is block printing going to get you here? I guess for bombard cannons, but then you need to get redemption as well, which he doesn't have already.
honestly,
But there's the
like,
towers. Like, I don't think it gets you that much.
I think if you have the gold floating, you get it though, because it's so cheap for what it
Yeah,
gives you.
I guess it's like 200, right?
Yeah, like honestly, block printing should probably be a little bit more expensive, but I don't want to be too loud with that because Madri's going to be screaming somewhere to not touch his monks.
Yeah.
So it's super valuable, and it's one of the few upgrades you always prioritize in Imp.
TaToH
Yeah,
loses
TaToH
that
will
keep
push the castle down.
and goes for another keep immediately. Redemption
He
now
also will
coming
have a
in.
bombard cannon. Ooh, redemption being 30 seconds late could be such a big deal here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, running's got to pack up for a second. And
Dude,
once
this game
redemption's
is-
in, you
this
have
game
12
is
ranged monks
riding-
that can convert that.
Yeah, it's riding on such fine margins here. Just even like losing a couple trebs for running could ruin the entire game for him. He's got a decent gold eco, but that's about it.
Now, remember, we talked about it. What does TaToH do once he takes that castle down? Like, monks can convert the bombard cannons, and the trebs shouldn't be able to advance forward. So I
You
think
should go for
what
more
TaToH
keeps,
needs
I
is
think.
guard tower, but
Yeah.
he's out of stone. So he can make, like, 1, or he can buy stone, so he can make more, but he cannot access his stones and golds on the front here the longer running holds this position.
Yeah, what other unit choice can you make? TaToH's adding a barracks here. Didn't even have a barracks, so that doesn't tell us anything. He could
Yeah,
be
true.
going for an archery range unit, stables, we don't know. Didn't even have a barracks in the first place. And here's all the siege from running now, setting up on this side, killing the towers, potential to snipe the bombard cannons. TaToH sees that running has monks with block printing. He has to assume redemption is in as well. And
Yeah.
running stole a Ville. Never mind.
Yeah, you're just stuck here if you're TaToH, honestly. You cannot move out. He's going to get Yipseong, which gives his towers more range, and they do outrange
For what
bombard cannons,
towers?
but yeah, exactly. Like, he's in big trouble here.
And now he'll see redemption for sure.
Yeah, now he knows he needs to leave. I mean, the tower, if he can snipe a couple monks here, could be really helpful.
He does have ballistics, so he won't miss these monks. But he doesn't even have...
Doesn't have
Dude, he's
Bodkin.
getting Yupseong, but he doesn't even have Bodkin.
It's just, it's so expensive to get
Yeah.
all these upgrades for just defensive buildings that can be taken out by trebs anyways. And remember, running has 5 relics.
He's adding him
Running has an army
Fatoria.
composition, which makes sense to me. And he's adding Fatorias, which gives him additional resources.
Well,
Like, I know running's kind of pushing, but I think he just needs to be careful not to overextend here.
yeah. Don't lose all
'Cause
your
he,
monks.
he just needs to hold.
Trying to dive for those. TaToH trying to snipe the monks. He only gets 1, but he manages to save all of his bomber cannons, but he loses both the trebs at the same time, and it's only 1 monk dead at the end of the fight. TaToH running out of gold at the back here. He's got 2,100 gold left. All his extra golds are forward, and that's where running is right now.
Stat of the day. Stat of the day so far. 3 to 3 KD in this game.
Yep.
So much has happened. 3 to 3 KD. And the longer it goes, the better it looks for running. And TaToH, I think he thought about guard tower defense, which obviously worked out.
It's going what?
But the Koreans just don't have anything else. Yeah, I guess maybe Skirm's your best option.
I mean, you got to capitalize on the fact that you have had more food income, but now you've been kicked off of all your farms forward. Your villagers are confused as to where to go, what to do. And if I'm running, I start killing houses, bro. My opponent has no space. Just start killing houses. He won't be able to make them anywhere.
Convert the houses. You'll need it. You want another Fatoria.
Yeah. He's converting the siege workshop, the barracks on the other side. He's shifting the monks over to the right, but there's a tower there. I mean, just kill all the buildings.
No way. Think of all the Korean bonuses. There's absolutely no way anything can really change this situation. Like, even hand cannons are just kind of a worse organ gun.
They're going to get converted. He's not going to have enough to fight that.
Power
and now he's converting houses.
Pressure.
Perfect.
Yes.
Just kill the goddamn houses. He can't do anything, dude.
Well, remember, like, even though he's pushing right now, he doesn't actually... he loses a lot of monks. He doesn't actually need to push, so he needs to make sure that he doesn't lose everything here on the front. It should be awkward for TaToH to engage, but like the tower and the castle presence is awkward.
That is not what you need. You just bought food, TaToH. You do not need town patrol, bro.
What is... He's thinking maybe with more vision? He'll be able to experience the destruction of his base?
Yeah, it doesn't allow you to see the fucking future.
I mean, we all know exactly what's going to happen here. But let's hold our tongue on that. TaToH's done a great job not losing the bomber cannons. I thought all these would have been converted a long time ago. He does have more villagers, but he's lacking the army, and there a bomber cannon goes down. And TaToH's not going to be able to make any more of these, really.
Yeah. And TaToH is housed right now. And as soon as those houses go down, there's literally nowhere for him to build those.
Also, he invested so much into towers, he doesn't have a single tower now.
God, running is tilting me so hard right now. He keeps retasking his trebs off the houses. I swear to just hit the houses.
Dude, they're just auto-attacking. He's got a micro monks, man.
They were auto-attack. Now they are. Perfect.
I think, no, the house was just the next closest thing. I think so anyways. But TaToH calls the GG. And what a great game from running. Like, we kind of knew the game plan. This wasn't a big surprise for people who've been paying attention to how Portuguese play on this map. No, I think it was very TaToH-esque to try and pick Koreans and defend from it. But at the end of the day, running played extremely well. He knew what he needed to do. And I just don't see how you stop this, man. It was really strong.
Yeah, I think even in an ideal world where your stone and extra stone and gold is in the perfect position where you can defend it, you're still going to struggle against this. If running goes for the forward castle, I guess TaToH thought he would have an advantage to Imperial Age, more of an advantage over running. Maybe he was banking on getting another relic or something like that, but still, it's just tough. Maybe he thought he could do something. He knew running was going to go with Portuguese here, and he just decided, well, even if it's a 20% chance, I'm going to try Koreans.
Running did a great job. He didn't overproduce monks. He didn't overproduce organs when he couldn't do damage with it. He still was able to get 5 relics. He had a similar Imperial Age time with 2 castles, and then he knew now's the time for monks. The block printing upgrade, Dave, the redemption upgrade was basically perfectly timed, right? I don't think he lost the trebuchet when the first bomber cannon appeared. And then he also had more organ guns. Like, I think again, might say all in organ guns. Or if I play like running did, I get to imp and I don't add the organ guns and I'm just stuck on monks. And then that could be a problem for me. So I really like how he balanced things here. Even his unit queue at the end of this game, 9 monks in queue and then 6 organ guns. So he was continually on top of it.
This is why Cloud90Official is still waiting for his acceptance to CL.
No, I don't want acceptance. I actually would be offended with an invite, truthfully. Oh, man. But, I mean, it's really cool to see the fine lines that running had to run along in that game to make it happen. which I think you alluded to in Castle Age. It was really cool.
It is kind of crazy though. Like the KD, I looked down at it when you said, you know, the crazy stat this game, and I immediately looked at the KD and I was surprised. 3-3 at that point in the game when so much had happened. Like you said, it was crazy. Just shows how much map position counts, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what arena maps are about. We'll see what the next one's going to be. They're not all quite like that, but they all have unique potential. And it's going to be Jungle Rumble.
Jungle Rumble. Okay, Jungle Rumble is... Oh, this one, the pill
Isn't
map.
this the one with the wood you have to cut through?
Yeah, but you start... The interesting thing about this is that you start with 3 villagers on the outside with a mill, I believe. So you already have those villagers on the outside, but you have to cut through the tree line to get the villas on the inside out. And there's 90 gold in the middle. It's a really interesting map. Very, very interesting.
Okay.
So... humans have been popular here. Malay have been popular here. We're seeing Lithuanians and Mongols now, 2 civs that I don't believe I've seen on this one before. But some people go scouts on the outside to clear up the vills. Some people go for Monk Siege in the middle, like that's what Madri did. And then, others just boom, basically.
Well, this is the 3rd game in a row where running has gone for a good monk civ. Or like a civilization that's good at like 1 TC, 2 TC monk siege style pushes. Lithuanians are top tier on that. And he went 23 pop FC with Mongols. Lithuanians
go town.
with the extra
Welcome.
food can do
Thank
it
you,
even
dude.
faster
Dustin
than that.
Polis,
Especially if you're
thank you
not
for the
going to
11
go for your
months.
unique unit.
Straggler, thank you for the
So-
22 as well. A tier 2, thank you so much, dude.
I'm excited
Congrats.
for this. Yeah, again, I haven't casted this one. I saw the amazing game between, I think, Vinch and Madri.
Yeah.
It's on my list, but I never actually got to cover any of this.
That
so
was
I'm pumped.
crazy, dude. I think YouTube would really enjoy that if you redid that one.
It was one of the rare times, too. Well, spoilers for anyone who's never seen this. But like, it was one of the rare times, I think, where Flemish Revolution happened, and then the game just continued way beyond that. Like, normally, I think Flemrev ends the game one way or the other.
I've seen it a few times, Flemish Revolution carrying on beyond, and most of those times are with Winchester. So I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's like his tenacity or something that he just keeps going.
What's happening with running right now? Did he... Okay, I think he's here. Never mind. Sorry, he had like 5 villagers that were idle.
The vills on the outside, I think he was looking for the zebra or something.
That could have been it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe he heard the crocodile attacking his villager on the outside.
So on this map, I watched Dragonstar, right? And he was taking the deer on the outside first, and he actually walled in his goats against the mill, like to prevent his opponent from coming over and laming them. And it seemed like super, unnecessary and whatever. And then Adam comes in and he's like, yeah, I was his training partner.
Makes sense.
It's like I lamed the shit out of him.
Makes sense.
So Dragonstar was like paranoid about losing his goats.
Well, TaToH kind of is. He sent them there to the south, and he's losing the scout fight right now.
Yeah, there is a hill on that inside edge, so it's important that you take advantage of that, and TaToH didn't do that at all. I saw you commented on Spirit's YouTube video. I was very surprised to see a reference to one of my old forum posts from 2015.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, you're probably thinking of it because of the scout fights, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like now there is one thing with the way he tested it that I'm not 100% sure on, because he alluded to the fact that it's been known for a while that player 1 has an edge, but that's actually the reason that worked. It was the host. It wasn't based on the player. It was always based on the host. And I also believe that has been changed since. So,
well, he tested it in the current version of the game. So,
yeah, that's true. So,
I guess it hasn't been changed. Maybe it's one of those legacy issues, that persist to this day, as they always say. But I've been doing single unit guard stance in like Scout Wars and stuff for a long time, and it never really find an instance where it's viable, because oftentimes you're, especially at a higher level, maybe at a lower level you don't, but at a higher level you're like jockeying for position, and as soon as you retask that unit from guarding itself, it resets the guard. So you have to, and It's really hard to find an application for it. It's an interesting thing to do, especially with like custom scenario maps where your unit is one-shotting everything. Then you need to guard yourself. But if your unit isn't one-shotting, then it doesn't really make much of a difference.
Well, I'm really hoping that we really should shut up about it because I want to win a freaking scout war. Like, I want to win one of those 50-50
You win every scout war against me ever.
Well, that's you, but I don't.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
take pride in that. You know,
I see.
Whatever.
All right.
I should.
I get it.
Literally anyone else, I get destroyed in those 50-50s. So,
well, we see TaToH playing as Mongols, and he's going up super quick, and he's probably going to go for a stable, like I said, on the outside here. There's 2 patches of zebra that he can take with those 3 villas, and it's very important to keep these villagers alive. As we see running now, running over to the side with his villagers.
Is he going to wall that?
He wants
to
wall
scouts?
it, yeah. But there's a scout here from TaToH, so he knows exactly what's happening, and this is why Dragonstar walled in the goats. See you later, goats.
And there's also crocodiles here
everywhere.
Too. So there's going to be 2 weak vills. If TaToH were to loop back, that's weird from TaToH that he's not looping back.
I like this approach from him, though. Stable on the outside, you get your eco upgrades early. If you control that outer edge, you can like wall in your opponent, put towers on their wood line. It is, I think, 6 tiles of wood to go through, so it is a long time it takes to chop out.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is very common to wall in like this. Very, very common.
And TaToH's going to wall as well. But it seems like, I mean, I could be wrong, but the opponents in Dark Age, you've got scouts and spearmen. It feels like this could have easily been an opportunity for him to catch running out. But he is trying to wall on the backside.
He's going to catch him out here, unless running goes for gates or whatnot. Oh, market house. Nice.
He needed the market anyway, so that's clutch.
Yep. I'm kind of a little disappointed in TaToH that he didn't send the scout from the north to try and block the wall from the other side.
That's what needed to go down there. Yep. I mean, again, it kind of depends on like what his focus was. I think he might be sending his scout to where those villagers are going to go because he wants to accompany them. But at least based on what I'm seeing here, there's never really any possibility that TaToH's villagers should ever find any enemies as they go that direction. But this is cool because like TaToH now knows he needs to chop wood a little bit differently. And then running won't have any clue that there's going to be walls back there from TaToH. In fact, TaToH's, I guess he's going to make a wall on either side. That's kind of one way to do it.
Guys, the scout in the middle, you start with a scout in the middle, and you start with a scout on the outside.
Yeah, there's 2
So that's how it didn't magically teleport its way through the wood line like that. Keshik magically teleported its way through my stone wall the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was a wonderful clip.
I had, over the past week, I've had like 3 villagers just show up in the middle of a house. They just like house walling, and then after the house builds, they're standing in the middle of the house.
Maybe it was a house party. Did you invite them?
It wasn't a party. There was only one person.
Did they bring their own booze, or did they just show up?
It was like my kind of parties. Just me, man. No one else shows up. It's like Michael Scott at the convention or whatever.
Did you make like a giant bowl of guacamole?
I watched that episode the other night. It's like Michael's been the only one there at that party the entire time. This guy who shows up, he's like, "Are we the only ones here?" He's like, "No, people have been coming in and out all night."
Yeah.
Relatable. Okay, so tower for TaToH, and it's perfect approach on the backside of Running's wood line, but there might be a concern for him in the middle here, right? Because TaToH's very much stuck in the feudal age and investing into the outer ring with feudal age. If I'm running, I see this as an invitation to go full clown, as we call it, and go siege and monks in the middle.
Yep, and if you control that middle area, I mean, that's a lot of gold. If you zoom out, click all the gold, I think it's like 92,000 or something if you only include the ones in the middle.
A lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it says 100K, but I think I probably included ones on the outer ring, so... And that's perfect for, oh man, for some reason I thought he was Bohemians. Okay, never mind. That would be amazing for the Bohemians.
Oh, TaToH's got an archer there now too. Oh, and he's breaking through on the other side as well. If Running doesn't have villagers on the outside, it could be really threatening, even though he has such a good castle age time in the middle, as he only just now adds a barracks, Tristan. So the push isn't even, the timing isn't even going to be there for castle age.
And his eco's also not that... And the scouts are going to be in on the other side.
On the other side. On the other side.
Yeah, it's true. So I guess TaToH could have maybe stopped this a bit earlier. But unless, well, hold on a second, actually.
House near the lumber camp, maybe? Running?
Yeah,
Running, you need to
he
block
needs a
this.
house.
There we go.
So this would be funny if he converts just the archers. He's fine.
Heal the vills first and then convert the archers.
Yeah.
Heal vills, grab the relic, and then convert the archer.
Yeah, he's actually, it'd be interesting to see how long these villagers are here, but I actually think he's okay there. Did TaToH lose his scout in the middle, I wonder?
No,
I
it's
think
on
he
the
might...
gate. It's on the gate.
Ah, well, that should be an easy pickoff for running, though. He's got spearmen, and he's got his own scout, but he doesn't want to show it yet, because here he comes with villagers.
Yep.
Look, TaToH's full feudal age army has to go away because of one monk. That's crazy. Man, it would bother me so much, though. Like, TaToH's done so much work, but he's still going to need military in the middle to stop this. And he's still, like, 3 minutes away from hitting Castle Age.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough.
You went for just, like, 10 seconds. You were Robo Dave again. And as long as it doesn't stay consistently, I always really enjoy
We
Robo
will
Dave.
destroy humanity.
Robo Dave holds a special place in my heart.
Well, is it as special as Morgan Freeman?
I can't figure out why that happened, and it's only ever happened once.
I don't know. That was the funniest. I sometimes watch back that, like, just clips of that game. That is the funniest game I think we've ever cast.
And we were also 23 hours in. So.
Yeah, Philster streaming his point of view of just like a frozen game in Discord to like 100 people.
Giving updates and oh man. Yeah, what a moment that was. Morgan Freeman Dave is definitely goated.
Yep.
Well, Running says, I don't really care about the outside. I mean, the villagers and the monk is maybe going to live in TaToH's head a little bit, but that's probably not going to progress too far. The middle, though, I know TaToH loves this guard tower, but how is he going to stop this? It's going to be, he's got 2 spearmen already. There should be 2 more monks on the way. You've got siege on the way as well.
I think Ram.
So, like,
I think Running
should
should have
halfway
gone.
down.
Running should have gone for a Ram there to open instead of Mangonel, but
maybe, yeah. Well, I always, we have seen in some situations that, you know, you ram through and then the ram's useless. So you kind of want something more to be able to damage villagers than just the monks and the spearmen there. But I see what you're saying. TaToH's got stone, which is on the outer ring.
Mm-hmm.
And he is still
He'll add a
kind of
TC
having
out
his
there, I
scouts
think.
parked on the outside. Yeah, that's true. Adding a TC there would be really smart.
I think you have to. Just get your population up on the outside. So if you lose the stuff in the middle, at least you can like buy yourself a ton of time. With that, as he towers the wood line now, Running is trying to chop through to his base, or just using those villagers in general.
Yeah, TaToH, I would have liked to see the tower a little closer to his own wood line, because he really needs to escape with these villagers as well. Unless he feels like he can defend this, but it looks like he wanted to add a siege workshop and forgot you needed a blacksmith first.
Yep.
Or maybe he just wants the blacksmith, but yeah, there's the siege workshop now.
Light cavalry being built up.
Running. Once Running sees the siege workshop, he's going to prioritize redemption.
Now, this looks very dangerous from Running. All it's going to take, though, is a Mangonel to go, like, 1 for 2. And then suddenly Running only has 1 Mangonel. The Light Cav are there from TaToH. Now, the Light Cav can engage against the Spearman, but if it's only 1 Mangonel pushing, he can't really go very far, right? So TaToH gets some good trades. It can be nice for him. Running's going to have to really pay attention to his Mangonel micro. And he's keeping the scout in front to give himself vision. Usually you'd go for an outpost in that situation, as we see TaToH missing that first shot and Running getting the Mangonel, but it didn't die! It didn't die! Oh, no!
No way. Oh my god, that's so tilting, man.
How did that not die?
Perfect shot from Running.
How did that not die?
Also, TaToH's looping around with the Light Cav, Dave. So he's got what he wanted. He got his 1 for 2. But there's more siege on the way, and he needs to keep the siege workshop up.
But you see, with 1 Mangonel, it's not enough. It's not enough to kill the siege workshop. That is so unfortunate for Running. TaToH getting what value he can. He should have definitely lost that first Mangonel. Definitely.
Agreed.
And, oh, monks have sanctity.
Oh, and the Spearman gets some amazing hits. But now a couple monks are going to go down.
Oh, disaster for running. Absolute disaster here.
Dude, I'm tilted for him right now. Like
Yep.
that, he did everything right with that micro move, and somehow TaToH's Mangonel went down to 1 HP. It's not finished yet, because he does still have the 1 Mangonel.
Speaking
so I
of
guess
1
that's,
HP Mangonels.
Yeah, I guess that's the game returning the favor, but he kind of needs this to work soon, because he's got an opponent that'll be on 3 town centers.
The Siege Workshop is being converted, though, and TaToH just has no hesitation. Get it out of here. Nope.
Did he not delete that a little early? Because that takes a long time.
That's what I'm thinking, too. But maybe he was worried about charging up a conversion there, and then converting something else as well as like
maybe.
if a light cab came in or something like that, and deletes the market instantly too. Oh my god! At this point, just go after every building if you're running.
True. Go for the town center. Let's go.
Yeah, you gonna delete this too, or what's going on?
Yeah, like it normally takes quite a bit of time. So that's why we're surprised that he did that. Like now you delete it with all these other buildings. And so what this has done is, as the blacksmith gets converted, it has given running the immediate option to take out this town center.
Yep.
So like, and also to rebuild the market right away, but not rebuild the siege workshop right away, tells me TaToH's definitely under a lot of stress at the moment.
Weird, man. Like you wait 30 seconds or whatever, delete the siege workshop, then it buys you another 30 seconds to make that siege workshop at the back, but instead you just insta-delete both. Guess he wasn't taking any chances.
I like how running walled on the left side, so the scouts couldn't loop back in, so his villagers are still there.
Mm-hmm.
And he could pretty much see everything that TaToH has right now with the exception of that right corner.
He also
so
doesn't
TaToH
know...
is booming into the right corner in case he loses all of his vills, but like most of his vills are right here and desperately trying to chop out.
I like how TaToH has kept the scouts or light cav in the stable too. So running did a little run by there, and he clicked pikemen immediately after that. He saw the flag, but he doesn't know how many are in there.
Yep. Running's eco is pretty good for 1 TC eco. You know, I know it seems ridiculous, but like that farming eco is really good for him.
Should come
He's not
forward
using
and
the
take
market
the
as
gold
much.
in the middle.
He's got 700 gold, Dave.
He's going after that mill. Look at this. He's charging up against the mill, and he keeps unclicking from it. And TaToH knows exactly what's happening. He untasks from that mill. And see, he did it again. He's charging, bro. He's
so
charging
smart.
in case the Mangonel comes within range. And then he'll target to the Mangonel and get that conversion.
TaToH's thinking, please convert the mill. Please convert the mill.
Yeah.
Let's see if
Do it
Running
by
does
accident.
it again.
No.
Yeah, he did it again.
Oh, God. This is so frustrating. If you're TaToH, you can't come forward with that Mangonel. You're going to have to reposition on the other side.
Oh, man. And I mean, he's got 36 on wood, 4 on food right now. And those 36 on wood are still a long way.
Running did it again, dude. Oh, my God.
Clown powers, dude. Look at this. And now he's got the Mangonel on the other side that's going to be, should be converted. TaToH won't be able to get the kill because Sanctity's in.
He's going after the monk.
Yeah, he wants to get that one.
Dead.
That Lycav could actually be converted here. It's been a long conversion for that monk on the back. And yep.
Oh, man. TaToH's in trouble.
Big trouble.
He's trying to, he's like, he's buying himself enough time to just chop through to the other side
Pretty much.
somehow. Yeah.
Like that, he needs it. Now, I don't know how TaToH would fare without all the gold in the middle. It feels like there's a lopsided distribution of gold there, but...
Dude, he's got 50 villagers in that one little corner of his base. And right now, it's only 3 guard towers, a TC, and a Mangonel protecting that area.
And Running buys food, and Running goes up to Imp. Sick, dude. The only thing he's missing is like a castle, basically. Because the castle is going to be needed in order to, be able to make trebuchets and whatnot. But
I mean, he's almost got enough Mangonels where he can just run in and kill the guard towers.
True. Yeah, that's a fair point. It will be tough, though, because a lot of your Mangonels could get weakened by the guard towers, and then TaToH could get a really good, 1 for 3.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to try and convert the tower. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Here he goes.
No, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. He'll get it. And he's healing the other monk? And TaToH deletes.
Oh,
no guard tower
so
for you.
Smart.
Holy, bro. Running is a beast.
He does everything right. From the conversions to the healing here. And remember, he got really unlucky at a crucial moment earlier. Still has recovered from it.
This is crazy.
I like how TaToH's making his next market in the right corner. He's like, okay, let's not give him any more units or buildings to convert.
And there we go. Mangonels against Guard Tower. He's got the villagers to
Guard Tower doesn't even
repair.
have body
TaToH
arrow.
pops out. He gets one Mangonel. He's going to have to go 1 for 4. And, okay.
Nope. Not going to happen. Tower will go down. TaToH's still 5 lines of trees from getting to the outer ring.
Oh, God.
And Running's repair timing is just perfect. He's always repairing the correct mangonel.
TaToH is... So basically, TaToH's win condition here, folks, is that he buys himself enough time to boom up on the outside. Or to cut through. And right now, it's just simply not happening.
Yeah.
Oh, he might get the mangonel? He does.
So
But
the
still,
next thing
Imp
we
is
should
in.
be talking about is what does Running accomplish with Imp? You know monk upgrades are possible, but if anything, I really think he needs
You buy a
siege.
castle.
Yeah, buy a
Sell
castle.
the
and also, maybe
food and buy a castle there.
if you're ever worried about getting to the outer ring, you could always just use Onager.
There it is. Dave Stradamus.
Yep. Next level predictions there.
But you need more than 2 villagers forward to do such a thing.
He's got more. They're on the way.
There we go.
It's kind of funny how TaToH is repositioning his vills. Like, Running might actually assume that TaToH's through at the moment. But TaToH is actually... It's not good that he's had to do this, but he's just placing new lumber camps.
TaToH had a mangonel in there. Imagine if he had attack around at that foundation. That would have been
Oh,
sick.
yeah, that could change the game.
That would have destroyed. TaToH adding that 30C on the outside. And he, you know what? He's only lost 5 villagers, Tristan.
Right? And
Incredible.
the KD's only 14 to 13.
Incredible.
But that's going to change soon, right? There's no way.
Oh, when he kills...
Stop.
If he kills 1 here, he's going to kill 10. Or
Yeah,
50.
yeah,
Or 60.
yeah.
Like... Once he gets
Can
through,
you-
he's through.
Too bad you can't, like, sit your villagers in a mangonel 1 by 1 and toss them over the wood line. Can
I
you
don't-
imagine that?
Oh, yeah.
Like, the rocks have to be as heavy
The-
as a human.
The thing
right?
is, though, Tristan, reality isn't a cartoon. You would die.
I mean...
We need to set up some hay bales or something on the other side. Also, you'd have, like, severe, you know, lingering injuries from the whiplash. Also, gravity is a thing.
But you'd be alive. I think that's all that matters, really.
Would you?
And when a monk can just heal you up, that's all that matters.
You'd be very much alive for about 5 seconds when you're flying through the air.
I would do it, all right? I would do it. Oh, man. I just don't know. Like, let me double-click the vills here. TaToH's got
47.
Let's say 55, because he's got some in the towers,
49.
too.
40.
So he needs to get that number
54.
on the right corner somehow at the same time. And I just don't see him being able to do
Yeah.
that.
Once the towers go down, all of these villagers are dead.
Yeah, like Running could just make it interesting and add 1 single Latus and give that Latus all the kills.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
TaToH's eco right now is just chop faster, chop faster. He doesn't even have the second wood upgrade. Chop faster.
He doesn't have the second wood upgrade.
He doesn't know. Chop.
What a horrible thing to miss. Oh, it's so sad that he doesn't have that. Choppa, man.
Yeah. Should have picked
I don't think it
Courier.
would have made a difference if it's any consolation. I think if he had the wood upgrade, it would just be more of a tease than anything.
Oh my god.
And he's going to continue to progress towards Running's
He's-
base and drop towers.
Towering over there. Okay. 82 vills
Okay.
still for him. He's only lost 10, but that's about to climb.
And what's the worker efficiency?
He's got
looking like?
a 5th TC coming on the outside.
Yeah, I know. I really want him to boom back in.
Like, he's
that would
bought
be
himself
epic.
so much time with that defense. The defense was kind of good because Running's push was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. The fact that TaToH's not dead yet is
Yeah.
real sign that TaToH's done.
But
great- good
TaToH is
work
fighting
here.
monks with villagers now. That is not a good sign. And Running,
Well, they're gonna
you can
die
say,
anyways.
You know, you can say Running was behind on villagers, but he's going to catch up awfully fast if he keeps converting all of TaToH's
True.
eco.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And TaToH continues to try and buy time. These guys are sending ravens to their friends on the outside, like, hey, we're holding on for you. Remember us. Yeah,
Someone
TaToH,
in my
I mean, you're gonna run out of space here.
someone in my chat with the Omega Brain plays. Can he siege tower into running space and escape out his base?
That would be funny. Oh, he's making a siege tower!
Bro!
He's making a siege tower. I mean, that might be his play. Now, he can see with his archer that running is not through yet, but he's trying to chop through where the tower is at running space.
Bro, that is so good.
I mean,
Holy.
it isn't, it isn't.
It's not going to accomplish anything, but when's the last time you saw someone siege tower into their opponent's base to escape the pressure from their opponent?
Exactly. Yeah, you don't see that.
Get in. Get out. Oh, can he like chop through and then hop into his tower maybe?
Yeah, maybe it'll teleport.
If he's like one tile, he needs to chop through like 2 trees to get through there though.
I absolutely love
he goes for a outpost.
How running's making a tower. Running's scared of that. He's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
And you know what? Say what you will about this, but running is completely occupied with this, and TaToH is still booming on the outside. He's still booming his eco.
Me. Like, the thing that it's really occupying is the food eco for running. So it's only going to be monks. It's only going to be trebs. And now TaToH continues to fight in the middle.
He's now ahead in vills because every time he converts a villager, it's a 2 vill swing.
Yeah. And this tower's likely not going to go up. And there's no way TaToH can escape. But it is buying him time. I can't wait to see the stat at the end that says how many total villagers the players had. Because it's giving TaToH time to make more on the outside. Out of 5 TCs, dude. He's got 5 TCs pumping. He might actually... Because how many vills does he even have remaining now in the middle? He's got like 13-ish. 13. Wow, so he lost like 30 vills and the vill count's still 90 to 100. He's got a chance.
Running converted probably 20 of those vills.
Yeah.
So that's a 40 villager swing, and those conversions don't show up on the eco KD, right? I like the archer on the outside too from TaToH being very annoying there. Now running's going to have to make his way through there, and the closest place I think is at TaToH's side to chop through. TaToH is just chilling inside the siege tower. He's like, it's safe in here.
I wonder if you could like
get those trebuchet balls right through that open gap there in the siege tower. It'd be like an arcade game or something.
I've never seen a siege tower converted with villagers inside.
Probably be like a transport ship, right?
Oh, yeah, you would think.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
They pop out.
The villagers hop out.
And he
just commits suicide. We were not meant for the outside world.
The sun!
Well, TaToH has a guard tower behind this wood line now, and running's like, I need to make another wood line. Like, TaToH could, in theory, hold. He's got a TC going up in the north now.
He bought himself so much time with the shenanigans. He bought himself another like really 4 minutes with the siege tower shenanigans. But running is now going into Cavalier, and running could go into Onager to cut as well if he just wants to get outside, or just use the trebs actually.
Also, he can use the 2 villagers on the very left side if he wants outside army, Dave.
Ah, he still has those. I forgot about that.
He's getting Cavaliers, so I think you just use those vills if he remembers.
Honestly, I think he probably forgot about those vills as well.
I would have.
Yeah.
I would have. Because you still want the outer ring. But right now, he's doing the right things. He's trying to get his farming eco up. He's placing tons of farms in the middle.
And TaToH is playing as Mongols, which historically have had an extremely slow transition. And he's going to have to make something happen pretty quickly here. I'd love to see running, as soon as he gets just a decent ball of Cavalier, just cut through the trees with the trebs.
Yeah,
just get through,
I agree.
Get through the trees. I don't think you cut right now. I think you have an army first, and then you momentum push with a big ball.
He deleted the siege tower. He's like, that's a waste of population for me.
Yeah.
Let's look at the fog of war for both players, because that's ridiculous to me, and just like zoom out. You've got running. Houses are actually giving him some vision on the one side, and then you've got TaToH. It's just polar opposites. Also, TaToH just doesn't have enough gold in the outer ring, dude. Like, there's so much gold in the middle. I don't think an outer ring hold can do something if you don't have good trash units.
Running is just converting every building in TaToH's base.
He's going to try and convert that tower for a second and realizes he can't do that. Paladin's on the way, so yeah, he's just taking his time. And TaToH is going to work up Mangadai. And now Running remembers the Vills. So now he's going to make the stables on the outer side as well.
Perfect. It's going to be so tough for TaToH to fight. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, TaToH's not even an imp yet, so. But he is up to the same Vill count, and he does have some light cav. And he's hoping that it's just going to be monks, right? He's hoping it's still too farm eco for Running. He doesn't actually have any way of knowing what Running's economy looks like at the moment.
Running has 50 on gold. So Paladin spam is not an issue. The food is the issue, and he's got 39 farmers now. He set up a bunch of farms in the middle. You can always buy food, and he's queuing up Cavalier from a lot of stables, and it looks like he's waiting with the trebs. He's actually going to bring him over to the other side.
Dude, just get Onager, dude. Just research Onager, man. It would have been through already.
I guess the food is the only issue, right? The gold isn't the issue.
Yeah. I mean, I think he feels he's got this game.
It's only like 20 seconds with the trebs to cut through. It's not that long. If he remembers, he can cut through with trebs. Right now, he still hasn't done it. So, and he's buying food for 228 gold, so he doesn't care. Onager was coming in.
He clicked it, and there he goes.
There it is.
But yeah, he's not going to show up with like Cavalier where upgrades are still flying in. He's going to have full upgrades.
Yeah.
And TaToH's not even going to be an imp. So as good as the Mangadai are,
141 Vills for TaToH though. Who thought we would ever be here?
Did TaToH forget that he's not imp?
He might have, honestly.
Because like it's been such a crazy game. To me, it looks like he forgot. He certainly doesn't have the gold right now.
I mean, it's going to be pretty apparent when you go to the blacksmith and there's no bracer.
Yeah, true. He did just get bodkin, so I think, I think he's just realized now. Like
he is selling. He's selling food for a really good price because Running was buying so much of it. He's adding another castle there. It looks like he wants to go up to imp. He's going to click up right now.
But Running is free with the paladins on the left side, and he can Onager anywhere he wants.
Gonna be fully upgraded too. Final armor upgrade just now coming in. Light Cav, Mangadai, and Castle Age are not gonna be it to fight these.
If there was more gold on the outside, I think there'd be a chance for TaToH, but he's just running on such a clock.
And he's like, yeah, it's just GG.
Also, funny little pop-up there at the end. The most created unit was 24 monks for Running.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was tied with the paladins because there's 24 paladins on the field right now. But man, what a push. I mean, TaToH focused a lot in the outer ring, like we said, Dave. But Running just had such impeccable micro and focus on that middle push, which in the end ended up winning him the game. I just, obviously Running played well. And I haven't seen a lot of games on this map. But there's such a big gold discrepancy.
Yep.
Between the middle and the outer ring. I just don't think prioritizing the outside makes near as much sense for me.
I think it's like 38 villagers got converted there or something.
Oh yeah, we have to look at that.
Because we look at the eco K there was 23 vills lost to kills from TaToH. Then we look at his total villager count.
I mean, my favorite stat is total throughout the game. 215 villagers.
Yeah, so then you subtract that's the 23 from that, and then the difference between the 154 and the... No. I don't know. Fuck. Yeah.
You just got to decide not to try. Because someone who's watching us is going to do it for us, and then we can bring it up like we're smart.
Yeah, I was right. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking it was 38.
Yeah, of course. I did math on stream, and it didn't turn out badly.
Mm-hmm.
So...
TaToH actually collected more in the way of resources that game. That's nuts.
Yep.
He had, I mean, the wood doesn't surprise me, but he had 300 more resources in total. But there was again, no math on stream. I know the number. I won't say it. There was a very large difference between the amount of gold they brought in there.
He also deleted some. That is a good point. He did delete some. So we don't know how many he converted. Probably 30, somewhere around there, probably.
Yeah, it seems about right, because I remember we checked and he had about 14, 15 villagers remaining before he deleted.
Yep.
And then the other villagers, I don't think too many of them died to other units, but
Crazy push
fun
though
game.
from running. And
Yeah, that
crazy
was so
attempt
sick.
to hold there from TaToH. He was doing everything he could. He knew it wasn't going to kill running. It wasn't, his villagers weren't going to escape, but he was trying to buy himself time. I think the only mistake there for buying himself time was deleting that siege workshop so quickly in the market as well. Maybe could have got a couple extra seconds out of those. But he was fortunate with that first mangonel engagement to even get something
fortunate
out of that. Like he should have lost that and then he would have been dead way faster.
Yeah, I mean, there's also a very big style difference here, right? Like every single game, except for maybe game 1, which is a little different, running's trying to go for monks, and he's trying to go for these types of plays, and
Yep.
TaToH just refuses to play that type of game, and he's trying to counter it, and we'll see what happens game 4, but so far, hasn't really been able to counter it once the monks get flying with the siege.
I wonder how going Khmer, going like FC, super FC Khmer into castle drop would work, and then you can cut your way through the outside with a ballista elephant.
Well, you have
On
to.
that
The
map.
thing is, he bought a castle in that game running, but
Yeah.
only because he had 40 vills on gold. So I don't think being able to buy a castle is realistic with a fast castle. It would
No,
you'd
no,
have
no.
to
But
have
you would
something
you would
until
have
later.
the you would have. Sorry, I meant like fast castle into castle build and then castle forward. Unless you're, I guess it would be kind of countered by the fact that your opponent could be going forward as well.
Well, I think there's no stone in the middle on that map.
Oh,
though,
there's
right?
no
So you'd
stone
have
in
to-
the middle. Okay, okay, I didn't realize.
I didn't think there was stone because he wasn't mining any. So yeah, I think with no stone in the middle, I think that it probably wouldn't be possible.
There is stone on the outside. You could wall your vills in and have 3 on stone for a long time.
Yeah, like have those 3 on the stone
Yeah.
and then buy the rest. That potential.
Potential. It's worth a thought.
Well, we'll have bypass next. Been a while since I've seen some bypass action. We'll have Aztecs for running.
And Malay
then
for
Malay
TaToH.
For
One of the
TaToH.
strongest civs in this tournament, man. I feel like Malay are just one of those civs that, you know, a lot of people don't know what to do with. Right? We see them at the high level take advantage of those awesome transitions, super fast transitions. But in general, the player base kind of looks at it like, Malay, I'm going to be up so quick. It's going to mess up my build order, you know. It's kind of disgusting, but really
it's
good on
about
maps
time windows
like
with
this.
this Civ more than anything.
Yeah.
I think their unit options. I think a lot of people play this game, even at the casual level, and it's just like, what units can I make? How cool is the unit? How much damage does it do? Malay's not really that Civ. Now, there is a small group of people out there who absolutely love I'm not spending any gold for two-handed swordsman, you know.
Yeah,
And
I've
there's
seen
love
that
for the
work
Karambit Warriors. but-
exactly twice. So
Yeah, it's you really have to like long games, let's put it that way.
Yeah. And even then, like they're just not that good. So
Yeah.
Malay
actually had a
usually
game-
win with like Arbalest Fast Imp. Is how they
Exactly.
usually win.
It's all about that timing. And so we'll see if TaToH can utilize that here. I love this map. Obviously, I put a lot of work into making it. So, and I haven't seen it in a while. So I'm not sure if things change, Dave. Like, have we seen tower rushes in the middle? Or is it just eco and castle age?
I'm trying to. Oh, TaToH did a crazy Khmer forward against Viper, and he did end
Khmer
up
forward.
against Bohemians. So he
Okay.
went super fast Castle Age, Scorpions, Monks, I believe. And he got himself a really good position. And then it was against Bohemians. So the end game was both players with 100 plus villagers, Hufnitsa Halb against Ballista Elephant, Hussar, I believe. And
Okay,
Ballista-
so he had a lot of eco then. To
yeah,
be able
well,
to afford
he
that. Yeah.
he did eventually because he bought himself such a good position at the front. But the
Gotcha.
Ballista Elephant actually won there because TaToH had a really good map position. And there was
Okay.
points where like he was legitimately cutting through different areas of the woodline to try and get at Viper's base with Hufnitsa like ready to pounce. It was good.
That's cool. Well, running's Aztecs, and with Aztecs, you're not normally thinking about any type of feudal play. I think since they start with 9 villagers,
Yeah.
I think the fast feudal into eco upgrades is not near as good. Because you're already at 16 pop. Normally you click up at like 21 pop and you might not have the food. So I think that strategy might actually be kind of eliminated with the 9 vil start or just not feel as strong. I'm thinking it'll probably be fast castle. I'm just wondering if TaToH wants to consider light cap because, like, I probably would want to do so if I'm up against the Aztecs and there's this corridor through the middle.
Yeah.
Very easy to pressure your opponent there, and that's what running will likely do here, I think.
Well, we'll see. I like how running has just deleted the walls on the outside. It's like, I'm going to delete the whole segment. I don't need one. Or TaToH, sorry, not running TaToH. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry,
I see.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was confused.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll make his buildings out there. That's probably another indicator that he might want to go fast castle and just make his market there. He learned in the previous game not to make your markets where monks can convert them. That's for sure. Is he going to click up here? Because remember, I'm going based on feel. I haven't seen a ton of games with the 9 villager start on closed maps. So yeah, he actually is going to be able to click up here. So this is what we used to see a lot with Malay on Standard Arena. Oh, wait. There's a barracks. So this might be a feudal pressure, not just a little mini boom.
What sort of feudal pressure would you go for here? Is it going to be... It wouldn't be men-at-arms. So how are you going to get through the walls? That's my question.
Maybe... So the way the middle is situated, you can make a tower, but you just can't build anything in the darker sand there. So maybe he goes just one tower and then a couple archers with some eco behinds might be decent.
I mean, maybe. Feels like TaToH can wall further enough or far enough back, could avoid the tower fire. But
I'm just curious to see what his eco looks like because this is a
go.
priority on army.
And there's no archer wrench.
Yeah, and he can't build it in the middle.
You can't fit it there, no.
And he should know this.
He will know this, 100%.
But if he makes a tower and it's not walled up, like running could always rush it down, but running's not getting loom. Ooh, I wonder if running cancels feudal and gets loom real quick. Doesn't look like he wants to. He's just going to add a couple extra palisade walls. And
the greed is there.
And the range is now coming from home from TaToH. I mean, that's not too bad, right? Like, I think the important thing is just to get the tower first.
Yep.
We'll see how this pressure pays off, but I think it's a correct approach because Aztecs are just so terrifying off of fast castle. Running will be experienced, though, with this type of pressure. This, for a while, was happening a lot on even standard arena with the stone walls. And he's going to miss out on some of his berries, but to me, it looks like he's going to get the majority of his food.
Yeah, the problem for TaToH here is that he doesn't have enough stone for a follow-up tower, right? So the villagers will basically be the siege in this situation. He goes for a house. Oh
my God.
So close.
No loom.
No loom.
That's so bad.
Loom. Everyone in chat is now relating with running because we've all been in this situation where we've clicked up with no loom and the enemy is now in.
That could be the game because it's not just the one villager being killed, but it's that the walls didn't pay off, and now there's going to be archers. And even, I mean, he's going to get loom, but even if he gets more walls down, the fast castle's kind of ruined now.
Yep.
Oh, man.
TaToH snags another vill. Damn,
That's 2
dude.
vills down. Also can take the eagle pretty easily here as well. The archer has arrived. He'll lose his scout there, TaToH.
Well,
the
eagle survives. Eagle survives for now. Villagers have loom. TaToH still advancing with his own vills, and running just calls the GG. Wow, dude. No loom, and he didn't tap that house or the wall fast enough. It was like 1 HP or 2 HP. The scout got through, and that's the GG. Damn.
Oh, I didn't update the score here. It's 2-2 now, right?
Yep.
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think you just got to get loom there. Like, but it's the timing so fast with Malay. He was feudal at 8:30? Yeah, 8. Oh no, wait. Oh god, the timing's all screwed up in my mind because it's a 9
Yeah,
start.
it's a 9
Never
vill
mind.
start, yeah.
I was saying 8:30 like that because that's what it would be in standard RM. So I guess it's hard to relate the 6 minutes to that, but yeah, TaToH just he knew that Aztecs would be trouble. He knew that it was close quarters there. Fast castle is obviously risky and it didn't work out for running. Feels bad. I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to see that map play out a little longer, but
it is what it is.
Like, something you can do though, like if you think about this, he didn't make any backup houses behind his palisades in the middle there.
Yeah.
And you have to make houses. If you go back and look, he's got houses. Like a lot of players, if they try fast castle there, will make the houses as an extra layer of fortification.
He was trying to be greedy with his wood, right?
Yeah, possibly. But I mean, it's one of those things we talk about after the fact. But still, I think if you're making houses and you're going fast castle, and your opponent's civilization rushes up to the next age, and your opponent is known for tower rushes, just make your houses there, and then maybe you don't have as big of a problem. What's the next map going to be? It's going to be one of the home maps for running.
Guys, am I back here? We're back. It doesn't show any drop frames.
Only map remaining
0 drop
him,
frames.
Yeah, it's the only map remaining for him. Or no, I'm wrong. Sorry, he has. I can't. This is embarrassing, but I actually can't see the name. It's D and ends in a G. I need new contacts. It's on my other monitor, and it's so tiny. Diong? Dong?
I call it dong. I just call it dong.
What's the spelling, though?
DZONG.
ONG? Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with dong, personally.
Dude, this is annoying.
Looks like it's going to be Fortress.
My stream keeps dropping, but I have 0 drop frames. I think it's like servers or something, probably.
Sucks. But hopefully it just keeps skipping back on, at least.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a weird, interesting matchup. For the next game, it's going to be Bengalis versus Goths.
Bengalis, Goths? Oh my god. We are down bad on the Civ picks here. Holy. Bottom of the barrel stuff here, folks.
Well, as we are in this game, and this will likely be fast castle, so we have lots of time, I'm actually going to tab back to look at the Civ draft to see if there was something that Goths would have been planned as a counter pick for. So Bengalis, I know, has been good on this map, but let's see what else. Running had Teutons, Bengalis, Hindustanis, Khmer, and Franks. So honestly, Dave, the best civilization that Goths could be chosen against could have maybe been Bengalis here.
Well, what do Bengalis have to answer Goths if they go into Huskarls? I guess you have the Rathas on melee mode. Do they take extra? They probably take extra damage from the Huskarls. I would not be surprised if they did.
I don't know. I mean, this is nice because I have not seen Goths against Bengalis in late game, and we're on Fortress where this will likely go to late game.
Yeah.
But Bengalis have dominated. I've been following enough to know that the Bengalis on this map may be one of the best civs. Get 2 extra villagers when you arrive to the next age. So that's a 4 villager lead you're going to have over your opponent.
Yeah.
But
what do you do against Huskarl? What do you do against Huskarl?
I sadly don't know if they have champion. Like, there's so little I know about this civilization beyond their elephant archers and their Rathas. I know their stable sucks, and I know they don't get the final armor upgrade because Capture Age is saying that. But do they get supplies, and do they get champion, I guess? I'm being told they get champs, but I don't know if they get supplies. If you don't get supplies, it's bad.
Yeah. And you don't get the final armor upgrade for running either.
And I don't think they get hand cannons either. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for the Civ to get hand cannons.
They don't get hand cannons, I don't think.
So basically, running is going to have to use his eco advantage, try and hold, and obviously do other things like get relics. Both players start with a castle, you start with houses, and you start with a barracks. Look at TaToH's gold. That's actually really good. Right behind the castle, as safe as it gets.
Yeah, beautiful.
Also, the villagers get some shade in the hot sun. Always nice.
Yeah, well, they are Goths, so.
Yeah, true. They don't want to be out in the sun.
No.
and the male villagers never have shirts on, man. It's a wonder they don't get sunburn.
Yeah, exactly. The shade is almost as dark as my soul.
Man, running clicks up already. So this is a bit earlier than what you would normally do in Standard Fortress. Now, again, the build orders and the timings could be different because they start with 9 villagers here. But typically, it's like 21 or 22 vil click up. And TaToH is maybe using that that knowledge he has. He's going to go 22 vils, which is standard.
Running, I mean, it does make sense to go up as early as you can with Bengalis, so you get those 2 villagers earlier, right? So if you can stretch it, which it looks like he can, and he's got 7 on gold right now, so he's really making up for the lack of gold starting out there. He's going to get up to feudal age and immediately get those extra 2 vills working.
Yeah, this is a really good build for running.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's practiced the 9 villager start build more than TaToH has. Not saying TaToH doesn't have experience, but not only that, but I think he's going to make his market and his blacksmith
as part of the wall.
The wall.
Oh, that's so nice. And it's such a nice area back there. You got like cliffside view, stone, gold, relic, snow leopard.
I don't see the snow leopard. Oh, yep, there's the snow leopard.
Yeah, this is my favorite corner.
That's a perfect spot. Again, though, like, look at TaToH's golds. Both of his golds are forward outside of his base.
Yeah.
I could see some real potential here for running, even if he doesn't necessarily have the units against Huskarl.
Dude, I don't know what you do against Goss. Dude, I'm thinking, what do you do against Huskarl Halberdier?
Okay,
it's Bengalis. And then if you go champion, then you're going champion against Goss with no supplies.
Okay, but what do we always say against, to a newer player when they come to us and say, how do you counter Goths?
You get the advantage. It's Regicide Fortress, though.
Yeah, I get that. But the point stands that, like, if you get ahead of them early, and then there's the forward golds and lots of areas you can pressure, I think that it could work. But I'm with you. I'm not disagreeing. I don't know how good these units are going to be.
Do Bengalis get heavy Scorpion?
I don't like that in general. It's too slow. It's just way too slow. But I'm going to say they do because I have a 50-50 chance at getting that right.
Okay.
So
I would love to see heavy Scorpion actually work once.
I'd love to see battle elephants that resist bonus damage actually work, but I think that's far too expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And Goth Halbs are way too cheap. Like, it's
too
not
cheap.
a bonus that... I've toyed around with the Megali elephants, and I guess it's kind of like a Sicilian Cavalier. Like, yes, you can take fights against Halbs, but should you, though?
What if running goes for a monk push here early?
He's going to boom. I think, like, monk pushing when you don't know where that castle is really bad, right? Because monk siege, it looks horrible if you show up to your opponent's base and their castle's right in front of their TC. True. Like, it's too much gambling. Yeah, I want to see Rathas. I want to know how Rathas do on melee mode against something like Huskarl.
Goths get the bonus damage against them. Huskarl gets the bonus damage against Rathas.
So it's probably not great.
No, it's objectively bad.
No, but how much damage do the Huskarls take is my question.
Oh, a Ratha is just like a knight, dude. A Ratha is literally a knight. It's 10 base damage on the melee mode.
Okay, so again, the
and they're getting
like 60
so it's like
wood, 60 food, or no, 60 wood.
It's like
60
basically
gold,
a knight against a Huskarl, but the Huskarl is getting bonus damage against the knight.
Yeah.
So it's not good.
But look at the vill count already. So keep in mind that running will have the TCs up faster.
Yeah.
And he has 4 more villagers, and he's been able to afford his Castle Age wood and farm upgrade. So his boom's ready to go. Again, sticking to his theme, Dave, of sending villagers to gold. This is consistent. He bought 200 food just so he could squeeze out a couple extra upgrades. And I really like that here.
Telling you, man, the secret to a good boom, buying resources.
Market.
Yep.
I think we have to be careful recommending that to everybody, though.
Nope. Listen,
some people,
if you want to get good at the game, market immediately.
No, don't. Listen, don't listen to him, guys, because then you're going to be like him, and then you're going to look at your eco, and your eco's a disaster, and then you never work on fixing your eco because the market exists. You don't want to be like Dave.
Okay.
At least in all the ways. In other ways, you definitely do. TaToH's third TC is up faster.
Don't want to be like Dave, eh? My eco is like the top of my head. There's nothing there.
That's great. Well, I've been trying to learn the ways of the clown man. You don't really need have a lot of eco if you know what to make and where to pressure.
Running is going to run right into the scout.
Oh, but Bengali monks, they take an extra hit. So if you start the conversion right away, I think you should almost always get a conversion.
And TaToH goes just far enough to get outside of the range. Running?
I think this is a conversion, Dave, because the extra hit
I don't
it
think
takes.
so. Oh, it is! Dude, he was 2 hits away. Oh, my God. Yeah. Bengali monks. Hell yeah. Now you can get some scouting in and figure out where that castle is. Maybe. Or a process of elimination, I suppose.
Yeah, and now your opponent has no scout, and you can get all the relics.
Yep.
Because you have 2. And actually, I brain farted big time. Literally, right after I saw that scout conversion, I looked up and saw 2 scouts, and I was about to say to you, oh, running must have added a stable. Like, no. He did not need to add a stable. Right. Well, 5 relics. More vills. Should be anyways. He's had a little bit extra idle time compared to TaToH. But TaToH's still got to be thinking the same thing we've been thinking. What do Bengalis actually make against full infantry spam?
I think running should go castle on the hill in front of TaToH's base into monks. But I guess it's tough since your opponent is 3 TC booming.
Well, yeah, I could see, like, that's a perfect castle spot, and maybe make some Rathas, drop the castle while you're on the way to Imp.
Yeah, and then pressure in early
fast.
Imp. Yeah.
Yep.
You're going to have the relics behind that push, too, so it's going to be really nice eco behind it.
TaToH is a really big fan of researching Anarchy in Castle Age and pushing all-in castle. I think in the past when I've seen him do it, though, it was always off a 4 TC boom, because the 4 TC boom kind of destines you to be stuck in castle a bit longer.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that, because if early Imp is what your opponent's going to shoot for, you could kind of deal with that if you get like 3 or 4 barracks spamming Huskarls before that castle comes up. Obviously a long way away from that possibility, but we'll see.
If this guy's just holding a bow on the carriage, who's like leading the horses?
I don't know which one you're looking at.
He doesn't have any hands on the reins.
Oh, true. Yeah. How is he balanced up there, dude? Like, that's my thing. If this thing moves, if it has to micro, how does he not fall off?
I don't know.
Also, the horses are peeking. They're the ultimate scouts. They're peeking through the holes at the top of the wall there. Is that normal for... I guess Goths never have stone wall. Is that normal for the walls to look like that? It feels like it is. Well, I never really zoomed in and looked at the holes at the top of the walls. Look at TaToH's walls.
Okay.
No, I'm serious, though. I guess it's always been there. I just never really looked at it. 3 TCs for TaToH. He's making petards? And he's dropping barracks. Oh, yeah, he's going to go Anarchy, for sure. He's going to try and bust into his opponent's base with Huskarls, and I'm loving the idea.
And running is going to try for, looks like a forward castle.
Yeah, he's heading over with the monks and that Ratha there, right to that spot. That's definitely what he wants to do.
What an interesting matchup. I never thought we'd see this Civ matchup, like, picked in a tournament. Here come the Huskarls, and running is going to see these Huskarls, hopefully, and that's 2 conversions, right? Yeah.
Should be 2 conversions.
That armor is so good against... Look at that.
True. But I don't know if committing to monks long-term is really going to make sense when the Huskarls can spam so quickly and they're so cheap. I love this play from TaToH because I think running has to question his game plan a little bit. He definitely wanted to go forward castle in my view. But now he's going to add a barracks, Dave, and so that pushes him towards the champions, which we think might not be enough.
And where are the petards? The petards are coming. Petards are coming.
On the side?
Imagine getting trees in here. That'd be funny. Where's your king?
Yeah, it's sadly not something we see too frequently.
No, because it doesn't make sense. You can just move. It notifies your opponent, right? If it didn't notify your opponent, maybe. But it notifies your opponent, so you could just move away.
I want to know if running's going to spot these petards, because he's being really active in the middle. And there's a chance.
There's an outpost coming forward.
And there's a Vil.
Oh, he'll see it with the Vil.
If the petards hit the outpost.
He'll see it with the Vil.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm so lucky. But does he notice?
Yeah, I don't know if I would notice that.
He might not have noticed. And here comes TaToH with more villagers. He's going to make an outpost of his own. He has to wonder if Running spotted him. And Running is going for University. I don't know if Running spotted that. I don't know if he noticed it.
Well, I don't know what you do about it either, right?
Yeah.
Like,
More
in
houses
theory, you're going to be
behind.
building up for army. Yeah.
Fortified wall eventually, but like... That's
TaToH's going to
too
arrive
far
to an
away.
area where the houses are already behind. I think he would need to use...
And Running
I think
is...
Running
okay.
knows something's up.
Yeah.
But he needs to get houses elsewhere, too.
And it is men-at-arms, so it's going to be longswords here into champions. For Running,
He
the
is
petards are
gonna
being
get a lot of vills, too.
converted.
All right. Doesn't really work out there for TaToH, but he's
Yeah.
having a siege workshop, and he's got full map control. Full map control, though, with 0 relics feels kind of bad.
He's got 26 Huskarls. I think that feels kind of
Yeah.
good. Fortified wall coming in from Running. Love to see that. And he's get, like you said, he's going to get 8 villagers as soon as he hits Imperial Age.
I think Running will be able to push this back in Imp. Now, will he win the game? I'm not so sure. TaToH obviously is going to have to make it to Imp eventually as well.
Siege
Would have
Tower
really liked to have
TaToH.
seen the 4th TC for TaToH.
Siege Tower would have been good.
Well, but there's also a lot of instances where he could hop over and then be walled in there.
True.
But TaToH's certainly making Running work for it. Running, I think, has dealt with this quite well. And the unit you'd normally want to be making against the Goths would be Champion. Now, he doesn't have supplies, so he's paying full price, I guess you could say. Oh, God, that Ratha. But still the unit, and to get to Two-Handed Swordsman and then those Champion upgrades takes time for TaToH, too.
So you're going to
TaToH's
need...
not an Imp.
I think you need 4 petards to get through a fortified wall, or is it 3?
3.
I can't remember. 3.
I think
okay.
it's 4 for the gate. 'cause
4 for the
is
gate.
more
That's
HP.
right. Yeah.
TaToH might be stuck in Castle Age here. He might have to just continue this spam for a while. And Running still wants
That's
to
a
go forward.
lot
Here
of
he
monks,
comes.
dude. And it takes a long time to kill those because of the armor. That is a ton of monks for Running.
Also will be Two-Handed Swordsman, which stats are going to put it way above a Huskarl. The Wrath of there is going to pick off the Vil in the south. Good job there from Running. He's being very attentive, and he still knows that he needs to finish this one quickly, even though he's got the edge right now.
He's going to
I
see the
love how
other
he's
2
playing right
petards as well. Good vision from Running. I love how he's sending everything at the same time. Like, he's not taking any chances with this Castle Foundation, and it still might not go up because there's so many Huskarls here from TaToH as TaToH collapses on this army from the east and from the west and from the south. Running's going to fight it. He's going to be healing his Two-Handed Swordsman, but there's so many Huskarls there, Tristan. And I think
He had the
TaToH
right
wins
idea.
this.
Yeah, I mean, he had the right idea. He just didn't have the numbers here, Dave. And TaToH can now breathe a sigh of relief because if that
Oh
castle
my
would have
God.
gone up, it could have been the end. But the
Yeah.
Goth power, man, and the Huskarl power, too. Pushing back the Two-Handed Swordsman. TaToH's known for this. He's done this so many times on Regicide Fortress. I just wish I could think of examples. Remember, a lot of it was against the Mayans, but
And look at the
so far, so good.
Look at the vision from him, too. He's fully capitalized on the map control. If you go to his point of view, he is not letting Running sneak out on any angle here.
I'm still concerned for him, Dave, because Running's got more villagers, even after losing some, and Running's on Champion. The Champion's got 13 base attack.
Oh, you need to run away from that, TaToH. You can't take that fight. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Now, TaToH will likely switch into his own champions after he's on the
You
way
can
to
take
the
this one,
Imperial
I
Age.
think. Just outnumber
Yeah,
him.
he does.
But there's more champions coming.
And more petards coming. There's going to be 4. And TaToH's desperate to break in here.
He wins
And
that fight.
Desperate to keep running off that gold, yeah.
He wins
Sick.
that fight, and Running wasn't producing behind. He had 17 or 18 champions with 0 in the queue, and now he's being punished for that. And there's 2 more petards coming, so TaToH is going to break in. And it must be mentioned that Running's king is on that side of his base in the tower. It is not in the castle right now. So maybe for the first time in our lives, we see a 1v1 where they actually kill the king in Regicide Fortress.
There's been... I mean, we have seen kings get killed in the past, but the only time someone has, like, actually gone in to snipe a king and not just, like, happen to stumble upon it.
Hera tried it, didn't he?
The only time I saw it was in when Viper lost to a player named Magical or whatever in like 2015 WSVG qualifiers. It was Goths versus Mayans. This guy petarded into Viper's base and then killed Viper's king with a Huskarl out of a tower. It was sick.
Just Viper things. Dude,
But
he didn't even... Running didn't even cancel that castle foundation. He knew he wanted to go for that the entire time.
Yeah,
and TaToH is now
really
putting a
needs
house. Yeah.
I think Running can get the castle up now. I don't know if it will stay up, and he'll have to reposition it, but...
Yeah, right on the other side of that, I guess. Oh, there's a petard waiting from TaToH.
Oh, delete it. Delete it.
Oh, he did. Oh, my God. TaToH was like, I'm ready, bro.
Okay, Long Swordsman's in for TaToH. This is round 2 on this castle. The Petard's actually distracted 6 or so champions, so maybe this gets
The petard's still alive, too, somehow.
Yeah. That was a good distraction. TaToH's army count is insane, and his units get even cheaper in Imp. Castle will go up. There's 39 champions on the field right now for Running, though. TaToH only has 22 longswords.
122 vills to 126, but it feels like the longer this goes, the more it should favor TaToH. The only problem with that, actually, is that there's 2 forward golds there that TaToH kind of needs, right?
Also, look at the Huskarls on the right from TaToH. TaToH's going to try and pick off some reinforcements, which I like, but...
He should sneak in. He should wait for more reinforcements to come through that gate and sneak in.
Dave, there's 54 champions.
That's crazy.
TaToH needs to get perfusion fast so he can produce. And there's perfusion now. He needs champion fast, and he needs to make sure it's in one of the barracks in the back, and he needs to hope he can find gold. He did actually, I don't know if you just mentioned this, but he found extra gold in the north.
Yep.
So
going for another castle, but so is Running.
Oh, and Running's all over him.
Oh, perfusion's in. Burp! Here come the champions if he queues up more.
Ballistics is such an important upgrade here for Running with these castles like this. Remember that both of these civs lack the final armor upgrade on their champion.
60 champions.
He's got 60, but can he finish this castle?
The reinforcements for TaToH are going to be coming in so quickly. And look at the army numbers here. Runnings are falling. TaToHs are staying the same.
But the castle will go up. Ballistics is in, so all 3 castles are going to really help. You need to also get fletching right now if you're Running.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
And then, yeah, fletching, bodkin, I'd go all the way to Bracer, too, because TaToH needs to take those castles out. Otherwise, he's going to trickle his units into the castle fire.
Yeah,
now, something that TaToH can do that Running can't really do right now, he's got, like, barracks, kind of like some civs will have stables for raiding with Light Cav.
Yep.
He's got those barracks near where Running's gold will be on the front there, so that's really good.
Both players going for that gold at the south at the exact same time, by the way. So they're going to meet up there.
Yep.
TaToH has the siege workshop over there, still with the mangonel queued up from before. Looks like that forward castle from Running is going to go down, and TaToH sending villagers to the south. There's a champion there from Running already, though.
Still so many champions. Like, who needs supplies, I guess, when you have this economy? 50 champions. And you have Running, camping that gold's perfect, so that gets spotted. Amazing late game play from him.
Only 9 on gold right now for TaToH.
30 for Running.
Yeah. He's got 3 trebs, though.
I'm just wondering if Running's actually going to make trebs of his own, because he doesn't seem to really be going for the kill at the moment.
Ooh.
I think maybe he'll do that after he feels like TaToH is properly starved of gold, but he's going to go Elite Ratha.
Okay, that's good against champion. If your champions are preventing the Huskarls from coming out, the Ratha should be good as long as you can get all the upgrades.
Yeah.
Like the ranged version anyway, the melee version, but...
I think a big reason it's not so good is if you lose your castles.
Yeah.
So that's my concern. It's like, I understand the question mark of what else do I make, but you really need your castles. The champions are going to dive underneath TaToH's castle, which does not have fletching, and TaToH will lose all 3 of these trebuchets.
Not before he takes that out, and he's got a lot of champions of his own.
Oh, man. Interesting fight here. It feels like TaToH needs to push this back now, though. Like, if he doesn't push this, I don't know what else is going
Well, he's going to win this fight, but now he has no trebs to fight that back.
Yeah. And he's got very little gold at the moment. Still not really raiding at all. Running's got full map control on all the golds, including
and
the
5
golds.
relics.
And, yeah, the 5 relics. Looks like Running, who has surprised some people. I don't think he surprised us too much. We've known how beastly this guy's been especially on this type of a map pool. He's gonna win 2 straight, possibly. I mean, the populations are the same, and we do have goths for TaToH, so we have to be a little careful with those statements.
Win 2 straight. You've already forgotten the bypass game. That's right. I don't blame you. It was forgettable.
Yeah. Just holding to that hill. He's got 2 Wraths, dude. I think what I would have preferred, especially against the Goths, is I would have preferred the unique tech, which I think it's Pikes. Or no, it's not Pikes. It's the other one.
Pakes. Pakes is the attack speed.
Yeah, but the other one
Mahayama? Yeah.
Your Hama. Yeah, that one. I think that's the one where the villagers take up less pop space.
Mama Jama?
All of them. All of the above.
Okay.
I think that would have been best because Goths can go up to 210 pop. And that would maybe equal the champion numbers. TaToH does have Trebs, and TaToH might take this castle out, Dave. TaToH's not finished yet. He's responding to some of the raids in the top then, too.
Mahayana is the tech name.
Well, that is, but I got it right. I think it gives, it's like 10% less.
Yeah, pop space from the villagers.
For your vills.
Yeah.
So that would give you 13 more pop, which would give you the potential for more pop than the Goths.
I think it makes them good in DM, if I'm not wrong. I didn't watch much of the DM World Cup. Actually, none of it, but...
They have Treadmill Crane and Heavy Scorpion and Elephants. They're good.
Yep.
Like, that's pretty much where Deathmatch is at, I think. TaToH has 0 on gold, 0 relics. He needs to push this castle back, and thankfully for him, I think he will actually be able to do so. I don't see Running being able to contest this position.
But as long as he denies the golds, he's fine. He doesn't need to hold here. He just needs to keep TaToH off those golds.
The unique tech I mentioned, by the way, is actually quite expensive. I think it's like 700, 800 or something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty pricey.
And the Elite Ratha, I mean, he's got 13 of them now, and more or less upgraded. I don't know if they don't have Parthian tactics, but he's getting that second armor upgrade, and right now they're just sitting behind the champion, so they have all the damage output they could want, and they're going to clear up that army, and he can just send them forward and sit out of range of that castle, I believe, and snipe the villagers on the gold. That should be really nice for Running.
Is there a world where TaToH sees the writings on the wall here and actually goes for a king snipe?
I mean, how is he going to get in, though? Because he's tried to get in multiple times, and Running has been on top of that. And he doesn't know where the king is either. Like, if he knew it was in the tower, maybe. But I mean, Running should be probably keeping that in the castle at this point, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got. You said it's Pakes.
Pakes. I don't know how to say it.
Oh, either one. Well. Anyways, that's on the way now. So now the Rathas will fire 20% faster, if I'm not mistaken.
Here come the Husk Girls. To counter, not Elite Husk Girl, though.
Yeah, champion buffer is what you need here, right? And you've got a bit of a hill bonus, too.
This is such an easy fight here for Running. He just keeps the champions in front. TaToH's going to have to do all the work to try and go after these Rathas. Champions will rip the Husk Girls. Rathas will destroy the champions behind. And Running is winning this convincingly. And still trying to hold TaToH off of that main gold. And you can see how much TaToH is using the market. Prices are at rock bottom. And he's really struggling for that gold income.
I'd like to see Running make a couple more barracks towards the middle. I think that's the only way he loses this now, is if the production's just too far away. But, I mean, his unit queue is awesome. He's got 30 champs in queue.
He still doesn't have Mahayama.
Yeah, but he might be saving for that now. Like, I don't know what else you spend your resources on if you're fully popped.
There it is.
There it is.
Mama Jama coming right in here.
That's actually a really nice Mahayana. I like that.
Yeah.
Pikes is... I haven't done my research on that one. I'm sure there might be some historical significance, but not as fun to say. Yeah, I think... let's actually see. So let's look at his army count, because he's fully popped. And let's watch his army count shoot up. It should go to like 70, I believe.
We saw the population drop for him. And now his army count is going to go up, like you said. He's got so many champions in the queue. And he's still raiding in the north there. TaToH struggling to deal with that with the barracks of his own. And here come the Ratha. And the Ratha are going to be an issue if they sit in that farm eco. And TaToH needs food, as well as not just gold, right? He needs like 60 farmers to keep up the spam. And he actually deletes the walls at the front. Doesn't want it to be a clusterfuck. He's going to come out here with his army and just try and win a big fight on that hill, but very unlikely, very tough.
Running's done the right thing, too. He's only raiding with 5 or 6 units because he knows how much of his pop needs to be focused in the mid.
Mm-hmm.
And so methodical about it. Also, when he raided with the Rathas there, he raided on melee, so he switched it over to that mode, which this unit can do. He's not making any mistakes.
Running even trying to wall in the left side of TaToH's base. There's houses there. But he's just trying to keep him penned in here. He doesn't want TaToH to escape anywhere. And TaToH, oh, he's taking a fight at the center here. He needs to take... He might clear up the champions, but the Rathas will have champion reinforcements coming in front, and he just can't. He's got no longevity here, TaToH.
And I think this is his last fight. He doesn't have a big unit queue. He doesn't have too many villagers on the gold. Obviously, they're very exposed here as well. And
food is still at a good price.
Go for the kill.
Food is still at a good price for TaToH. 70 gold.
Yeah, but like that gives you another 10, maybe 15 units, and your opponent has 40 more in queue, and now the Trebs are coming.
And here come more vills for another castle. TaToH calls GG and running. Wow, dude. Running's crazy in these settings on these maps. Bengalis against Goths, the Civ matchup we haven't seen. We thought Huskarls would be really good here. But with that eco, like you said, Bengalis get far enough ahead. You can kind of carry it.
And like, what TaToH... The thing is, Running's original game plan was ruined, I think, by how TaToH played it. And then TaToH made 6, 8 petards throughout Castle Age trying to bust in. Running defended every step of the way. His eco was always great. And then obviously benefited from the relics too. Picking Bengalis helped him, but he was also on it when TaToH tried to use that scout earlier in the game to kill the monk. And you go through this whole game, and Running really didn't make any mistakes. And TaToH didn't either, which is the amazing thing. I think TaToH...
Well, I think maybe overinvested in Castle Age a little bit, especially with the petards and stuff. Like, he went for that Siege Workshop. If he was up a little bit earlier, I think he could have, like, avoided making, like, 10 or 15 Huskarls, and then he's up with that res. And
I feel a little bad for TaToH that both those golds were there, because if he did have one of those golds towards the back,
it would have been a different game
completely. He puts up more of a fight.
But he still maybe losing the scout early against the monk. Bengali monk armor really coming into play, because then he can't grab any of those relics. And it's not like he can send Huskarls out there to contest the relics. They'll simply get converted, and then your opponent has a Huskarl, right? So maybe that was the biggest mistake he made.
Yeah, it's complicated. I mean, you also never want to go for the monastery as Goths here, because you know Bengalis are going to have such a big eco lead.
Yeah.
And you don't want them to be able to extend that further. But yeah, again, you know, everything that we touch on, it really just all goes back to Running. And while we were curious on if no supplies champions, no final armor champions would work, I mean, it looked awesome.
Yep.
It's just a sick player, and he's 1 win away from going into the final. I remember TaToH is a player who beat the Viper. Some people have been asking where Viper is, and he was knocked out by his teammate there. So let's see if Running can do it.
Hideout is the next map, and well, they both have some pretty good civs here, right? Byzantines, Chinese, Saracens, Dravidians.
Funnily enough, Dravidians would have been disgusting there against Goths, I think. Like, I know TaToH, it's one of TaToH's.
Oh, Woot Steel? Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if their boom would have been as good. So that's...
Yeah.
I think the Bengali eco and getting the relics still might make them better there.
Running's best play that game was just all the defense against those petards. Imagine if the Huskarls get in at any point. And he's putting out fires in his base, and there's a hole. That's terrible. But it was like 6 petards that TaToH wasted, and he never got through. Fortified wall coming in early. That was really nice.
Well, and also his eco was also so good, too. Like, sometimes you put all your focus into defending it, and then suddenly the player who's being aggressive has 20 or 30 more farms than you because they distracted you so much. So, all right, we're here. This is game number 6, and Running is up 3-2 over TaToH here. Something not everyone expected. And wow, the
What a
wood.
strange hideout generation. They can just chop
Yeah.
right through, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Well,
And
hopefully they don't get their wood upgrades or something. Wow.
you know what? The thing is that I don't know with Running's wood setup if he's going to know where TaToH's base is, but TaToH playing as Byzantines will get Town Watch for free, and I think where his lumber camps are going to be, he'll be able to see how short a distance is.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I think you will see it. Now, thankfully, I guess if you want a standard hideout game, thankfully the lumber camps aren't close to each other.
Yeah.
But we've got Byzantines for TaToH, which could imply some low eco pressure, as they're very good at that. And then we have Hindustanis for running. And I know Byzantines are known to be very good at countering things, but I think like if TaToH doesn't have a full boom, it doesn't get tons of elite cataphracts. I think I always prefer the Hindustanis with what they're capable of, just because they have so many fallbacks. If one thing doesn't work, they have another. If that doesn't work, they have another. If they need to boom, their villagers are cheap.
Yeah.
So
and also Byzantines will probably, if you have like a castle forward and you're making hand cannons and stuff, I think Byzantines struggle against that with the extra range. Everyone struggles against that with the +2 range on those hand cannons.
Yeah, but you know, the beauty of Byzantines is they do have their time windows, and they can be very attentive to everything that's happening. But yeah, hideout generation that I haven't really seen before, where the wood lines are very, very tiny in between them.
It's a thin wood.
Also, the golds are interesting. So you have the 5 tiles and then 4 tiles for each player. It's normally 5 tiles in, 4 tiles out. But then there's 4 neutrals. And those 2 neutrals are in the north for running. And then TaToH's neutrals, I guess you could say they're TaToH's, are in the back corner. So if TaToH pushes the northern side, which is probably the most likely area that he would push, he could deny a lot of gold in the long run.
Yep. Relic generation also kind of in TaToH's favor as well. He's got one right outside his walls and then another one not too far north of him. And then the other 3 are fairly even between them.
I wonder if TaToH will just go like man-at-arm tower. It's something a lot of players do.
Running will be making a lumber camp in that corner. They're going to see each other, man. There's going to be a tower here in the middle likely.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be chopping towards each other. Dude, by the time they hit feudal age, they're going to be a couple trees in.
I wonder if that changes your strat. It would be interesting if someone wanted to boom, because they're not going to want to drop a tower. Like, that would be so annoying if you have to make a counter tower when you want to add town centers.
Yeah. Well, let's see what they can spot. I mean, Running's already going to know that TaToH is basically right beside him from what he scouted.
Yeah, that lumber camp is nice and snug.
He's like, where's the base? Where's the base? Still hasn't seen the base, and he gets the first hit on the scout.
All right, guess we'll see.
He's like, where's the base? Where's your base?
Definitely fast
Where's
castle,
your base? Where is the base? God damn it, where is the base? He's saying. Nowhere near.
Yeah, that's something that players would check a bit earlier if they were probably going to feudal age pressure.
Yeah.
So I think that alone, obviously we see their builds indicates fast castle. But man, Running's got some really weird, I don't want to say weird, but he's got some really fast up times.
I think he's more used to this 9 villager start. He's probably practiced it a lot, right?
Yeah, I agree. TaToH's going off. Actually, all of TaToH's builds have been based on what you would do in a 3 villager start.
Mm-hmm.
Even this year, 26 pop is completely standard. The previous game, it was 22 pop on Regicide Fortress.
So Running can see the chopped trees from TaToH. TaToH cannot see the chopped trees from Running yet. Wonder if that's factoring into his decision making. And TaToH is still 2 minutes away from having Town Watch.
Yeah, and I mean, if you build the tower and immediately garrison with 5 vills, you're going to kill vills that don't have loom.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try it, though? Because you could assume that if you see their trees, they see your trees.
I think it's really tough with a build this tight. Although, I've said this before, but I don't know if Running's going to have enough food. Oh, he still had food from that boar. Okay. He's going to have enough. I think if you add a tower here, you completely ruin your FC build.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you just drop the TC, honestly. You drop the TC. No. You don't want to drop the TC there, because then they're just going to add a mangonel.
Yeah.
And then it's a free target. But
yeah. Maybe if you were Persians.
Yeah, just Town Center dropped that bad boy.
The epic feudal age chop to douche strategy.
Okay, well, TaToH's going to notice it now. It's also very possible Running hasn't noticed it because he's not really... Like, you're not microing your wood line a lot at this point. You're focusing on your scout and everything else, so it might not dawn on him till a bit later on.
I think he would have noticed this already.
Maybe right now he notices because he just repositioned some vills on that wood line.
There we go. TaToH's going to see that. But still, they're both going FC here. TaToH going into scouts, so he's going to play the relic game. And he's got a lot of food in the bank, even after getting double bit axe. So his build was probably a villager or two off. Running had a much better FC than TaToH did.
Yep. Also, I have to do the math, but you do save a bit of food with the Hindustanis.
Mm-hmm. But still, I mean,
Because
you
the
just look at
villagers are cheaper,
TaToH's res. He's clicking up with 1,000 food in the bank.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that's
You're right
too
on
much. Too much. It's 2 villagers too much, probably.
TaToH's going to reposition his wood line, which makes sense. Still very curious to see if anyone's going to do anything about this, because they are slowly chopping towards each other.
Mm-hmm.
Monks could convert stuff there too, honestly. That's even better than a tower, probably, because they have to reposition the whole wood line, and you could steal a vill.
I think you could squeeze a castle in there between the stone and the wood line if you're TaToH. I don't know if you... Can you fit one right in there? I think so.
The scouts are out, Running, notably not adding a stable or a barracks, so this will likely be TCs dropped from him. So TaToH will have the map control in theory. And you would always assume that the Byzantines are going to apply a little bit more pressure as well. But man, there's such a big difference in their uptimes.
And second TC Monastery for Running, expected.
Okay.
And both eco upgrades right away. Bowsaw and Heavy Plow.
That's
What a
really
build,
nice timing,
dude.
too.
What a build.
Now, do you send your first monk to get a relic, or do you send your first monk to the woodline? These are the
Relic.
real questions.
Relic. He just runs away from the wood line.
He doesn't see any easy relics, though. He only sees the 2 relics in the north. He doesn't see any of the ones in the south.
And TaToH,
yeah,
I guess,
think
is
relic
up
is what you
there
would want.
with scouts. Depends how many scouts you see from TaToH. Running hasn't seen any. He didn't see the stable or anything like that. So he can see from TaToH's score that something is happening there, but
Yeah, I think because Running has been fairly active with his own scout, I think you have to assume that that score.
He's going to the wood line.
Due to there being more scouts.
he's going to the wood line first. Now get the monk really close before you start
Yeah.
to convert.
TaToH will also see this from a mile away, but it's not something you really look for. Yep, there he goes. And he starts the conversion.
Ooh, he might get it.
And
He gets it!
hey!
And this guy is going to be awfully annoying here. Oh, boy.
Well, he might be converted back. I have a feeling that he likes it.
True.
He didn't enjoy being held captive by TaToH, so I think he might off himself here in a bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, important moment, because the scout is really helpful for Running if he can heal it up and snipe monks with it.
So
And he's able to pull back.
what Running needs to do with this villager is go to the wood line, wall it in, so that if it gets converted, you can convert it back, or just delete it. That's fine,
Aw.
too.
Well, I respect that guy. He really didn't like the
It looks like
Byzantines.
Running actually got a conversion on the scouts, and he's healing up his, so now he has 2.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
and he's going to do
nice.
the buddy system with
That's
the
huge.
monks when they head out, so that's very, very nice from him. Sanctity coming in, so he's not taking any risks whatsoever, Tristan.
I love it. Yeah, I think that Running has played this quite perfectly so far. It's just like the previous game where he ends up with 2 scouts, only here TaToH. He has made more, but now TaToH has to fall back. And let's see if Running will run back, unlike what TaToH did a moment ago. And yeah, Running immediately responds and gets out of here. So 3 TC booming, even though they're slowly chopping towards each other. Oh, well, that might change, actually. TaToH is a little angry that happened. So here he comes with his own monk. Dude, this is funny. There's still 2 tiles of trees there.
He's going to get a conversion here. He could just switch to the woman.
Oh,
Oh, Running doesn't take any chances.
That's a little risky because if TaToH noticed that and immediately switched conversion, he could have got a conversion as well.
Yeah.
Running did lose his scout, by the way, as we were talking about that in the snow to the north of TaToH's base. But he is going to get one of the relics in the north now. And, man, this is going to be awkward, man. They've, like, the most important area for them to fight in.
Scouts coming in, but they have Sanctity. It's 2 monks with Sanctity. TaToH can't take that.
No.
No way.
There's no way. But, yeah, like, so the middle area where the scouts are, at the, I guess, not the middle, the north, that's the most important area for this game long-term with actual fighting. But then you have to focus all the way to the south for the relics, which is so far. I would just, honestly, I'd just give up on the relics. I'd say screw that.
I'd want one more if I'm running. Just one more, and then you're fine.
TaToH does not have any stone mining right now, despite placing a TC on stone, so that's intentional from him then.
Yep.
He's going to get light cav. Running is on stone, so I think Running will want a castle, and he's also adding a barracks right now, too. This has been pretty solid. University for TaToH, though. It's cheap with Byzantines to head to Imp, so he might be thinking about a faster Imp. Behind that, maybe some chemistry. Feels weird, but maybe you just beat the Indians to the gunpowder and go, like, help.
TaToH has significantly more resources collected so far, and I'm wondering why that is. Because Running has been ahead on Vills, and same relic count.
Well, gold and stone come in a little bit slower than food, right?
Yeah, I guess he's been on gold. Yeah,
So
I guess
it's
so.
just the- it's just the
Okay, he's on stone. That makes sense.
But yeah, that should even out in theory. And now TaToH is going to send a villager to wall up. Now, that villager might end up getting picked up by Running Scout, but TaToH clearly doesn't want to focus on that side at all this game.
Okay, so Running's going to get at least one more relic, and he's probably going to get the one in the corner, too. So he'll have 3, and TaToH will have 2. And he didn't even invest in Lightcap, but he did invest into more monks and the monk upgrades.
I wonder if it's possible that TaToH is prioritizing the north just because he didn't see that other relic.
He
might
not?
just assumed it's been picked up already.
Ooh.
I mean, I think it's a good decision.
No,
anyways,
he's sending the monks, so
he's
just
checking.
double checking. Yeah. Oh, he
What's
might
funny
sneak
is-
through the little tile there. He might
Running
sneak
also
through,
doesn't
bro.
know it's there, Dave. Running also does not know that is there.
Ooh, oh!
Shh. Whoa! He noticed it immediately.
He doubled back, bro.
All right, well, now Running's going to send those monks over because he was heading home with those old guys. And yeah.
And
as
TaToH's
Running's
sending a
about to
light
click
cab.
up-
TaToH is sending a light cab over. We're gonna have a nice
That's
little
awesome.
battle for that. TaToH also going for a forward archer range at the top there.
Yeah, he's going to go gunpowder here with a 1 minute advantage, excuse me, to Imp and most likely chemistry with that as well. TaToH didn't see the relic though, Dave. So he might not actually, he might still be checking, but he doesn't know he needs to send his light cav to the southern area.
True. Okay, so Running's definitely gonna get that. It's not coming back unless this light cav doubles back and finds it. But still, it's on Running's side. TaToH has walled up now. He's fully walled there. He's gave those little foundations a love tap.
Ooh, in the north right now. This is important.
Oh, wow. That is a lot from Running.
Yeah, and he's got just enough spearmen where the light cav won't do anything, and he's going to see the ranges, and he's going to have to think twice about this castle. It could actually be epic, because it would affect the ranges production
I wonder
later, but...
if you actually, like, get redemption here if you're running, because you might need it against the bombard cannons, and then you just convert the ranges.
It'd be so... Honestly, converting those ranges would be epic here.
Yeah, you'd stall out so much pressure. I mean,
Yeah.
TaToH can't even really produce out of those, but... Here come the light cap, by the way, on the monks, but the spearmen are there. He should be fine.
Yeah, and that crossbow upgrade is making me scared for TaToH. There's absolutely no way you want to be making crossbows against the Civ. But you definitely don't want to make it when he has a castle right next to your ranges and can make gulams.
Damn,
the
he's
light
going for
cav
more.
from TaToH. Dave, the left side, the light cav was on no attack stance. It was on stand ground, and the monk sees it. The monk sees it.
Don't worry, they're friends. They're friends.
They're just catching up.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? Oh, never mind.
All right, Tats is going to kill that. Now, he could get it, maybe, but he's going to have to walk a long way. Both players are trying to lay walls in the south. And TaToH is getting chemistry, and again, he's a minute faster. But the fact that these ranges have been castled now just makes this so awkward.
Yeah.
I feel like Running's got to get that relic, right? Like, it's worth it to send military over there right now. It's so close.
Can TaToH think about cutting through the middle?
Maybe. I mean, both players should see it.
Yeah.
If it starts to happen, but if you open up that area and you start to push there, then you could potentially have more success in the north.
I like the way that TaToH is walling off the south or the left side, but Running is also coming over here with some villagers to wall that off. TaToH, though, has two light cav, and he's got an outpost over there, a Byzantine outpost. I mean, he'll be able to... That's like a satellite over there. He'll be able to see everything.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny. Neither player really wants to invest a lot over there right now. But TaToH's had to rebuild ranges, and he is making hand cannons, and he is making bomber cannons. However, Running, this kind of reminds me of, well, a lot of the other games he's played. He's going to get block printing, and I'm sure he could always consider redemption. This Civ... It could do anything. It could counter anything. Like, it should probably have weak monks with all the land options it has, but it does not.
They have block printing as well, right? Block printing redemption.
He just got that, and he didn't get redemption yet, but the second he sees a bomber cannon, I think he probably will.
Disgusting. They don't need that. At least they don't have Halb anymore.
That's good. Like, I think that was a good tweak.
Oh, Relic almost home. Relics, it's almost home.
Oh, he's mic.
Oh, no! He tried to micro against that, too.
I mean, TaToH does have a range going up on the left side, so we could apply some pressure there.
Yep.
But the focus is going to be more towards the north right now, as Running is starting to push forward.
Skirmisher upgrade
coming through. He's 25 on
too.
food. He's making hand cannons. And he's got more food floating than TaToH at the moment. But TaToH's trying to go skirms and all these other things, so that makes sense.
Did Running already get the unique tech? He did. So 9 range hand cannons. Elite Golem coming in, too. So he's got the hand cannons to deal with the hand cannons from TaToH. And then the Golem to deal with the skirmishers and to raid as well. So it should be a really, really nice composition here for Running. TaToH is going to be doing the same things as Running, but just worse. It feels like. Unless Running throws all his hand cannons into the castle, and then probably better for TaToH.
Yeah, that's the thing that's been amazing with Running today is he didn't have a lot of those moments. Like, those moments happen as you're trying to worry about other things.
Yeah.
And that moment might have happened because of the left side pressure from TaToH, so kudos to him for that. TaToH still must be thinking about the middle. He's repositioning his units right now. Thankfully, he's Byzantine, so I think Running's going to need a lot of siege to be able to push back these fortifications here. Could allow TaToH the time to make something happen and take us to a Game 7.
Dude, those hand cannons on the left are so annoying for TaToH.
I know. It's
Running,
such a great move. Like, Running has to drop a castle just so he doesn't have to deal with that.
Yep.
That's so good for TaToH.
He knows the villager is there, too. She's still kind of waiting by the wall. She's in timeout right now. She's just looking at the wall.
I think TaToH is going to consider Onager, but I'm not sure if it's going to be in time. Like, he's bringing his bomber cannons towards the middle. Running's moving in now, and Running's like, where is your stuff? Like, I was expecting a push from you.
He doesn't know. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't know what TaToH is up to.
Yeah.
And TaToH is going to have 6 bombard cannons. I mean, TaToH is attacking the wood line now in the middle, and if he makes one treb, he can actually cut through there if he wants to have a
TaToH
push.
sniped a bombard cannon there with his hand cannons. Very well played.
Nice. If only he had 9 range as well.
Yeah. Remember when it used to be 8?
Did it used to be 8?
Yeah, when they made it 9.
Oh.
Oh my god, Siege Engineers is going to be denied. That's
Onager, he's going through the middle. He's going through the middle.
But he's kind of showing that he's going to go through the middle, which has allowed Running to move forward uncontested so far.
Is he showing that, though? He's only got the bomber cannons there, and the bomber cannons wouldn't be doing more than what the hand cannons are doing right now. on the other
Well,
side.
they defend against the bomber cannon, I guess. And the
Yeah,
trap.
but it's just taking out houses at the moment. TaToH was really wise in putting that first castle that far back.
Yeah,
as he
I
did.
agree.
And here come the golems. But hand cannons kind of slay against those things if the golems don't get close.
Yeah, I think
gotta be
TaToH's doing the
careful.
right things here. He's trying his best. I mean, this is the best engagement he can take. Let's put it that way.
Those golems are shredded, dude. Dead.
Yeah. Bit of an interesting move. Like,
and so is the bomber cannon. Oh my
Oh,
God, TaToH! Nice
this
play.
is just before the cut, man. This is just before the cut. There's also no villager there to repair the bomber cannon, but TaToH's lost a lot of his skirms to hand cannons. It's 170 pop. Can TaToH even cut in with anything right now? He kind of needs to defend this area.
Well, I mean, it's only one Treb and one bomber cannon. I feel like that bomber cannon's going to go down shortly if it gets too far forward. That range on the hand cannons from the Hindustanis is really coming into play here.
If TaToH had 6 bomber cannons here, he would have cleaned up those hand cannons. So let's hope that cut actually works for him.
He's got one. He's got one. It's dealing with the Treb right now.
Monks. Oh, TaToH's. It feels like TaToH is able to micro so much better than running at the moment.
Dude, it's
He's
been
taking
insane.
some
His
amazing
unit control.
engagements.
Absolutely insane. And the Onager is there. The Onager is ready to go.
Now, do you wait? Because, like, there are Gulams out. You don't want to go in with only bombard cannons.
It feels like you need some cataphracts or something too, but it's going to be tough, right? Because you need to tech into the upgrades as well. No siege attacking TaToH's castle right now. He's got the siege waiting behind this. Oh, what does he do with this cut? He's cutting in. He's cutting in.
I mean, I love the fact we're seeing a cut here, and I'm surprised it took us this long. But
you
it
could
feels
even
like
like
there's a risk.
Yeah.
Like if you only
No,
said
he's got units coming over. Skirms and hand cannons. He could have villagers. I mean, even a freaking
just take
building
TCs,
a TC
honestly.
or something here would be useful. Some sort of fortification behind this. Maybe buy yourself a castle if you're TaToH to put there.
You know what's funny is the gather point for running is in an area where some of his units have actually started to run towards the army and towards the middle. I don't think that was intentional. I think once that got cut open, a couple units flooded through that gap.
Golems are all
this
coming
is more
back.
than worth it. This is
Golems
awesome.
are all coming back. Trebs are now attacking that castle. TaToH has nothing to fight those Trebs. He's got to be focused on multiple areas here. He's pushing into running space, and that is like running's entire food eco right there. That is crazy what he just took out. The villagers will survive, but it's a lot of farms dying.
Running needs to, as he patrols those Golems to the mid here, he needs to push this castle down. He needs to focus.
Bomber cannons. Oh, man, this is so tense.
This is great micro from running. That's awesome runner micro with the Golems.
No,
and he's still got the
TaToH!
Trebs. TaToH's going to lose everything. He needs everything in a ball, Dave, and the Golems clean that up. Now, the food eco is still disastrous for running, but if
and all
TaToH
the
loses
bomber
his
cannons
castle-
at the top go down too. That is 8 bomber cannons in like 30 seconds lost from TaToH.
And the hand cannons outrange skirms. So, like, skirms are not a great option. Your hand cannons get outranged. And we're going to see another castle from running. He knows he doesn't have a lot of time to get his food eco back up and running. So he needs to keep it going. But do you really want this right now?
Bro, and there's a bomber cannon already attacking that castle from TaToH. TaToH is now going into husbandry. He's going into the second armor upgrade. He's taking out all the farms from running. Running right now has 5 on food.
And the relics, by the way. So there's no golden come there. But there's a lot of castles and there's a lot of Trebs. And TaToH needs to push this back. TaToH is actually the one running now. And he could lose all of his economy to the Golems that have just run through and to all this siege pressure.
I can't even imagine playing this game. With like the fight on both sides at that moment, it was so crucial. And TaToH lost a lot, but running, like you said, lost all of his food eco, lost the relics out of his monastery. He needs to get those back inside. And TaToH seems to be holding right now.
Yeah, TaToH's #1 unit right now is bomber cannon. If he can get his bomber cannons up, then he's going to be in a fine position. He's got 3 now.
Oh, the hand cannons! Oh, flattened!
Outrange that. The farm count has just shot up for running. He's trying to fix that, which is probably why his hand cannons started to go down. But now his castle's getting pushed back. And he did try and get behind TaToH's base, but yet again,
Running is buying
a really good castle.
Running is buying stone with gold he doesn't have. Oh boy. He's trying to repair that. TaToH, just better eco. 195 pop. He's pop capped at the moment. He's going for that final armor upgrade, adding in more light cav, and I think this is it for running. I think the raid on the farms was so good from TaToH, even though he lost 8 bombard cannons for free, essentially. He took out so much.
Yeah, and he's able to make more military at this point. And the relics still are not actually there. It's funny, neither player has relics at the moment. I didn't pick up on that until just now. And TaToH has 22 on gold. He's even getting cav armor, so maybe he'll want to go for some stables to raid the other side. And you can see the stables are in the back there for him. But I want to circle back to what we've touched on a few times. TaToH's castle positions were just so good. Even this castle to the right now, if that would have been further forward, he might have lost that one as well, and then he would have been exposed to raids.
He really hates that lumber camp. There were 3 villagers behind it. He was attacking with like 50 units.
Look at the light cav from TaToH between the 2 walls in the middle. No one wants him.
Border patrol.
No one wants that guy. Another bombard cannon went down for running. He's up to 64 on food.
Yep.
So he got there. He got his food eco back up and running.
Oh, wow. That was so fast. Oh, my God.
But he's going to have to tap out now because of it. He just didn't have the army.
Yeah. Damn, dude. That was a crazy moment. Absolutely crazy moment.
I felt like the hand cannons did really well for running. The bomber cannons did well, the Trebs. But the Gulams felt a little out of place. At least making 122 of them. That was his most created unit.
Yep.
I mean, you know, he saw the archer ranges, so he probably thought it was going to be archers, or thought it could be archers. There are skirms out there, so it's definitely something you might want to consider for that reason too. But I would have honestly preferred him to go like hand cannon light cav over Gulam and just save a little bit more gold in this game.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's tricky. That's tougher too, because like you're going for a castle push, so you have the castles right there. TaToH collected a lot more resources this game. 72,000 collected.
He's got 7,000 wood in the bank right now at the end of the game.
Nice.
So, yeah. He was getting guilds. He was thinking, yeah, I need to dump this somewhere.
Yeah, TaToH showed that you don't need to have cataphracts to counter the Hindustanis. You just need to get the ball rolling with a faster Imperial Age.
Yeah.
Also, it's just so many instances of him being a little rat, as MBL would say. Like, the archer range on the left it forced a castle, right? Like, that castle should never be up there. Denying the walls for a while as well. Like, I think that also took away running's focus from the areas he wanted.
It just comes back to that castle placement from TaToH and building the buildings in front of that. Running had to eat his way through all the buildings from TaToH to finally get to that castle. And TaToH had the time to cut through the middle and do that. I love the fact he took advantage of that generation too. Really nice.
Yeah, it was a fun little talking point too to see the monks getting conversions there, and then it was always in the back of the players' minds.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so this semifinal will go to Game 7, which is awesome.
We still have 3 civs left available for each player, which is nice too. We got some decision making.
Yeah, I think TaToH will probably not go for the Dravidians. I know that's on the list, but then again, I don't know too much about the upcoming map.
Dong. So on Dong, basically you get 2 shrines. You have to cut through to the shrines, right? They're the little squares in the back of your base, if you can see on that map preview. And then you can make priests, which cost, I believe they cost 60. It's either 60 or 80 gold. Little bit of a reduction in the range on conversions, but they can still grab relics.
Okay.
So you get those shrines immediately. So
like Dark Age monks, essentially.
Yeah, but
how long does it take to cut through to them?
It's like 3 tiles of wood or something like that. So they have 5 range instead of the 8 on a monk, or a monk is 7 or 8. Can't remember the 8.
A normal monk?
Yeah,
a normal monk is
9. 9. So, fuck.
You were close. You said every other option.
Yeah, I did. I was getting there. I was building up. You know, the tension. They also look extremely old.
Yeah, I've seen these units, and I think they make the AoE1 Wallhalla sound too. I don't know if Capture Age picks up on that. Like, oh. It sounds like an old man.
I have done, yeah. My old voice might bust out at some point in this game because they just look really old.
Can we talk about how our amazing game with our amazing chat filter doesn't allow the name of this map to show up?
Oh yeah. It is hashtag asterisk hashtag.
I gotta take a screenshot on this actually.
Fantastic.
It's like Haboob. Remember Haboob? Couldn't even say it. Red Bull Finals. We've got what map is it? And then just like crossed out.
Yo, Ian, thank you for the gift sub. Nikki, welcome back for 9 months. Ark, thank you for the 10
event
months.
is in no relation to
Akuni,
Red Bull whatsoever.
Boom,
I don't know if the maps are really synonymous with the Red Bull brand.
Thank you for the follows, everyone. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. We have another best of 7 after this.
It's been an awesome semi-final here so far, man. This has been sick.
Yep.
So, is there a Civ that you think is strong here? Like you said, Monastery, so I think
Teutons is probably good because you get that resistance as well. Khmer, I guess you can go up quickly. I've seen Chinese do well here, I believe.
Well, Chinese should be, if they get additional villagers at the start, they should be insane.
Yep.
But did they change that? Like, if the Civ starts with 12 vills, that's nuts.
I think you do get additional. I'm not 100% though. I'd have to look at it.
All right. Well, they'll be into it shortly. We'll find out, I guess.
What a performance this tournament from Running. I think we have to say, whether he loses or wins this game, taking TaToH to the decider and then beating the people he beat on the way here, crazy. And his builds have been so clean. Like, he's up to Castle Age faster like every single game, except the one against, well, Malay never got there, I guess. We never got to Castle Age, but.
Well, any tournament which has unique maps that, you know, the top players would have to put some time into preparation tends to have some breakout performances. Wandering Warriors Cup, we had like similar things, and you had players who, you know, people know their reputations or whatever, but like it's at a point now where like some of these players either not signing up or these high reputation players are not going deep into the event because we have talented players who are motivated and ready to prepare. So, like you said, the build orders alone from Running showed that he really put some effort into this and obviously has the skill as well on top of it.
It's not just the maps. It's like the 9 villager start, I think, adds a different dimension as well.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
I like the 9 vills on closed maps. I really do. I'm not sure, like you said before, not sure about open maps. Like, I know we had the Deep Waters League where they were starting with that, and there was people that wanted it to be like standard start or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think for closed maps, it's great. For open maps, just stick with the 3 vills.
Yeah, I agree. Well, in my experience, now, I watched a lot of Deep Waters to get this opinion. I felt like even the 6 vill start, you just eliminated certain strategies from open maps.
Yeah.
But for this, we're already 3 hours in. So I guess it's more like 2 hours, 45 minutes.
Oh, look at the civs, bro.
So it would be a super long event if we didn't have the 9 vill start.
Look at the civs, dude. I'm in it. I'm in for it. I'm in for it. I'm in for it. Yo, Urban,
so what's the spelling on this? I'm still
Hilaria. Thank you. For
like
the
everyone
3
is
months,
trying to
dude.
figure out
11.
what on earth the chat filter does.
It's DZ. Okay, DZONG. I just call it dong.
Can someone go into a game and just type the word dong and see if that's muted?
You know what? It probably isn't.
It probably isn't. Yeah, that.
But if you type this as a test, that'll come out as all hashtags.
Yeah, it's so weird. Sorry, I'm. This is perfect because I've been trying to gather screenshots because I'm trying to make a little video on this topic. So I'm just gonna a little screenshot.
We should just go into a game for your video and just start insulting each other, just to see. Like, just toss the worst insults. Hey, wait. You were up for that way too quickly.
I was gonna say I have a lot of things I've been holding back on, so it'd be the perfect. It'd be the perfect time.
I'm like, hypothetical situation, Tristan. I'm down. Yep.
Yeah, let's do it right now. No repercussions, so yeah.
Watch everything be like blurred out, all the terrible stuff, and then someone goes for like the most terrible sentence ever, thinking, "Oh, this will never get through," and then it does.
That's basically what happens with the chat filter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is, I mean,
Rum Pirate, thank you, dudes. Thank you so much.
Dravidians, I think they have okay-ish
crazy.
monks, but like getting extra 200 wood.
They've
could
got
be
a good monk tech tree, yeah.
I mean, Khmer can just breeze their way to the next stage, though.
Mhm.
And if you skip Teutons, I think that's probably the reason you want to pick this civilization. But Dave, for my benefit and everyone else's who's not familiar, explain again kind of what these shrines do.
So the shrines can create priests. I don't think you can get the monk upgrades in the shrine. I could be wrong. But you have to chop through to them. There's 2 layers of trees, as you can see, and the players will set up there. I believe they cost like, it's either 60 or 80 gold. The priests have 5 range instead of 9.
Mm-hmm.
Same HP, I believe, and they can convert and carry relics just like monks.
So it basically gives you an easy tool to get relics, is the way to say it. Nineville start again, and this will likely be fast castle as this is arena, but it's even like more so arena because some of the other gens have the weaker feudal age stone walls, and this is 1800 HP stone walls. So.
Yeah. No, usually this will be a race to Castle Age, competing with the other for map control and grabbing those relics underneath the little shrines here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, as far as everything else is concerned, you've got a main gold. Main gold has 7 tiles. You do not have any other gold in your walls, but you do have 8 tiles of stone, which is a bit different than arena. Arena, normally you have 4 in your base and like 4 outside of your base, or maybe it's 5 in your base and 4 outside. The rest of the gold seems to be in the middle. Lovely. I have to say, this map looks the best of all the maps that I've seen. It looks really cool. I like the attention to detail, little statues towards the middle, and the way the gold's situated tells me that that's probably where players are going to need to focus here.
Yeah, it's a cool map. It's really, really cool. And once again, running with a nice clean build to open this up. He only took 1 sheep, waited until the deer was in, shifted onto that. He's going to get the boar underneath right as his next deer expires. He's having trouble pushing that 3rd one, but it's going to be a good, nice little Khmer FC likely here for
Also,
running.
I like how he... I mean, you said you can produce monks in Dark Age, right? So I like
No,
how
no, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Selective hearing again. But
you said
he's
that,
at least
and then
gonna
I
chop
said,
through.
I don't think so.
Well, if that's the case, then I don't know if you necessarily need.
Oh,
to
you can. Look,
see,
we got
there we go.
We got an old man. Well, there you go. There's the priest.
All right, so TaToH's doing it. Yeah, so chopping through to that makes sense then, and you spend 75 gold, I guess.
Something.
Looks like
I don't
it.
know. I don't.
It looks like it because TaToH. You start with
Yeah.
100, so it's 75.
Yeah. So you can grab these relics. Actually, now thinking back to that, I have seen that before because I've seen people grab relics and then build them up in their base because they can't deposit them in the shrine. I don't think. I think you can only put that in the monastery, just like I think you can only get the techs in the monastery.
This deer's trolling running, and he had an opportunity because it was heading back to kill it next to his mill. He already tried to de-aggro it by giving it a poke.
No, it needs to be perfect. It needs to be perfect.
Yeah, he wants it underneath the TC.
Oh, he's got an old man coming out here.
Okay, so here's something I've never seen before. I'm sure there were previous instances, but like, first off, I have to see the HP on this priest, but normally when you're talking a single scout against
30
a monk,
HP. Yeah.
the scout is in feudal. The deer's going back again.
Oh
the
my
deer's
God.
going back again.
And you can't even shoot it to de-aggro it either, because
Yeah, but what's nice here for TaToH is he doesn't have any deer to push, so his scout's out there. But I'm just not sure with 3 attack how many hits it takes to kill a priest. I'm gonna assume it's like 1 more hit.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. This
oh my
guy's
God,
just
it's going
waiting
back
to get
again.
out. Oh my God.
The deer is going back
I
again.
keep
This is
looking
the
away
4th
because I
time.
assume that it's going to be fine. What? There must be a tile there that it really doesn't like.
I don't know.
some kind of like smell or something. Like what happened there? Running is only paying attention to this deer right now. He is not looking anywhere else.
He hasn't scouted the middle of the map. Like, this is a big deal. Now, it is fixed, I imagine, so he'll know what's out there, but still. Okay, finally.
Okay, there we go. Okay, the old man is out from TaToH.
The scout is out from TaToH.
Just kind of limping it. Look at how old he looks.
Yeah, this is a proper monk. He's got long hair, but he's like kind of like losing his hair at the same time. He's hunched. Kind of waddles a little bit. Uh-oh. There's a scout here. Awkward.
He's going to grab that. He can carry that, though.
Ooh, who got the first hit? Uh-oh. Feudal H.
Uh-oh. I think it's TaToH's going to win this, right? Yeah, TaToH can heal up his monks.
A little bit.
Yep. TaToH's going to grab that relic and head back. Dude, he's stronger than he looks.
Oh. Here we go. Now it's Feudal Age, but... Ooh, they both died.
I would have rather had my scout alive there, I think.
I agree.
TaToH goes for a blacksmith, a market, and a barracks. Interesting. Well, you can do that with Dravidians, I guess, with the extra wood.
True. And so he should be able to afford a stable as well then.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I like Khmer in this situation because you simply just have to make a stable. You save all your wood for farms or TCs. I hope Running remembers he has 2 sheep there because he's about to run out of one. And they might be blending in the snow with the snow here.
Priest is not going to be very happy without a scout to support him, and TaToH is running all the way to the edge to try and get those relics. He hasn't even scouted that much, like with his scout initially. So he only saw the ones in the middle. You know where they are, but he can't see that the relic against the wood line is taken by running already.
That hurts, right?
Yeah. And running can now narrow down his options where he wants to send the scout. He's got 2 of them now. He can just keep them near the relics he knows are still there. So the one in the middle is gone. The one against the wood line is gone. So he's just going to naturally keep it on the other one at the
he'll have more
to the
scouts
right of the
too.
center. Yep.
Yeah, he'll have more scouts too. So this should be running with not all relics, but I think 4 if it was a total of 5.
He will never expect the priest coming from that area, though. He's looking for the one coming from the base. So the relic's going to disappear, and TaToH, I guess, will have a spearman to support that. As we see another priest, give me back my relic.
It's interesting. The priest kept moving forward. Normally, if you've clicked it to the relic, it would stop. So that tells me Running is paying really close attention and wants to convert a spearman here with that priest. Great priest voice, by the way. That was really well done.
Come back here, you kids. That's mine. Stole it off my lawn.
Wow, you're getting ahead of the game, dude. Okay, well, that priest should make it back if he wishes to move. He maybe needs to rest a little bit. There he goes. And monastery will have to be built so you can put the relics inside the monastery.
Yep, and TaToH's only going to have 1. Disaster. Even after the deer pushing scenario from Running earlier on. He's doing
I agree.
Well.
He got really greedy there. I think pulling back his scout to heal it up so he could contest for a lot longer would have made more sense for him. But he does have scouts on the field now because he's added the stable. And he's trying to block the priest next to the walls from running, and he's going to get that kill. And there's another priest that TaToH sees now. So this should be another kill for TaToH. So this is, at the very least, he's not going down without a fight with the relics.
Yep.
He could change this. I don't think he'll get the one next to Running's walls very easily, but I think he could get the other one.
Is Running going to delete that wall and grab the relic, or what?
I was thinking about it.
He's waiting for the
you have to re-stonewall.
Huh.
What do you think about Light Cav for Running? Because I kind of feel like he's doing a good enough job, but then again, as I say that...
Why do you need it here? He's going to get Light Cav, I guess. Just hold map control? Are you really... Do you really think that TaToH's going to contest to the point where you can't get that other relic? Feels like you still...
I guess I like it if your boom is still okay, and he's a bit late with the second TT.
Ooh, I love the fact he's sitting on the edge there with 1 Light Cav waiting for TaToH to escape.
No way.
Is he going to see that, though?
Oh, he caught a glimpse. He caught a glimpse of the dude's hair. He'll probably leave it there and go back to it in a second. But that will probably be the route that TaToH takes to go home, actually. And there's an actual monk for TaToH, so TaToH might actually notice that now because they have more range.
Okay, so Running's bringing all 6 of his light cav over here. There's 2 spearmen, but I think the light cav are enough to grab that. TaToH will see that light cav, like you said, and he's getting Sanctity now. He's going to grab that relic with the priest and get it as far. This is like, just kind of capture the flag, like get it as far close to your base as possible before you die.
And light cav should be able to take this fight. We've seen it enough times where 2 spearmen don't make that big of a difference.
What?
Whoa, get the priest. There he goes. All right, so here's a very important thing to address. If you had to compare, as we see this fight, and this will be better for TaToH, so this is a bad time to bring this up, but who cares? Between the monk and the priest, which one looks older to you?
Oh, the priest, for sure, dude. He's got like a
priest has
tumor in
hair.
his back. That
Yeah, but the
hair
priest
is
has
no
hair.
indication of age, okay? I'm an expert on the subject.
I was kind of leaning towards that. I'm glad you brought it up for me. All right. Just saying, like, yeah, I guess you're right.
This priest
Could
looks
just be different
ancient,
genetics.
bro.
Oh man, that he's gonna get hit in the back
dude,
too.
he eats dinner at 3:30 in the afternoon. He watches Matlock.
So do I. Oh, okay. I don't watch that anymore. Used to be on all the time. My grandma's place, dude.
Yeah. He's
So
the guy.
TaToH actually gonna get away with this relic.
Yeah.
Keep going.
He's the guy watching Family Feud and yelling "Good answer" to the TV.
He's feeding pigeons on his lunch break.
Buy a vowel.
42 vills versus 46. 7 army versus 8. Still 1 relic up for grabs. So I guess good on TaToH and good on Running for their investment here, because initially when I saw the light cav from Running, I didn't know if it would be necessary, but TaToH had really kept him honest there. Which civilization has a more awkward switch leading up towards Imp? The Dravidians or the Khmer? Because I feel like both of these civs have some questions there.
Yeah, Dravidians can go into Arbalist and Arbalist.
Probably?
Yeah, and then Khmer can go, well...
Oh, what a save here from TaToH.
Yeah, that was great. That was fantastic. And I don't think this light cap's going to get through. He's blocking everywhere. He's blocking every angle. He had the angles figured out. He did the math.
That was awesome.
He had NASA on the line, and he figured it out, and there was no possible way in from Running. And he's going to get that
fervor.
relic a little bit closer to his base.
Oh, wait. He knew this was coming, so he's going to go for conversion and try the same thing.
Oh, my God, dude.
It's one hit away,
no.
though.
No.
It's still a small positive because he did get some decent hits.
He should have just run back as close as he could to his walls, but I think he'll still get this in.
But he was on such a high after the other block that he felt he could do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, forging now for Running. I really think map control is going to be important. Even a second stable or a second barracks from either player, or I guess a first for Running. I think it would all make sense just because of where the gold's positioned.
Oh, that's a
really
bad
bad fight for TaToH.
Yep. Okay, so what do you think Khmer goes here against Dravidians?
Did you catch the light cav peeling off to kill the monk?
Yep.
I think I would go light cav Arbalest. Like I try and catch TaToH off guard when he's trying to make the pikeman switch with some Arbalest. Unfortunately for them, they don't get thumb ring, but I mean, right now the light cav are trading okay versus spears. Now pikeman's coming in, so this is a great time for Running to be taking these engagements. Maybe not the best fight here, but it's all before it gets worse for him.
Yep. It's amazing how much they invest over one relic, but I guess the map control does carry through.
Yeah.
Even after the relics are gone, right? If you have a significant amount of light cav, your opponent can't come forward with buildings. They have to build everything at home, and it kind of kills their momentum. And you also get vision over what they're doing. And you force out tech switches like this, like the pikeman.
I wouldn't be surprised if Running even mixes in...
Another monk dead. Oh, my God.
Man, he doesn't have any on gold, actually. I was going to say it wouldn't be surprising to me if he were to mix in a few knights, because the knights at least... Run! The knights at least carry a little bit more weight against the pikes. Because he needs something. Again, 0 on gold. He's full boom. Maybe he'll go ballistas. He's going to drop a castle soon, it looks like. That monk dies as well. Yikes, man.
Forward Siege Workshop there from TaToH. And he bought himself enough time to get that down. And he's going to be controlling the middle here. And the middle is really important for these golds and the stones. Also, those hills around there are nice to hold.
Is this too many light cav, though? Is this too much commitment? I like the timing from TaToH on the pikeman switch. Let's just say that. Because I think Running would have expected him to delay that another couple minutes. Also, siege push as well. A little disappointed we're not going to see the elephant. But
Running will have a castle shortly. So will TaToH. Does Running come out here for this castle? It could be a throw.
No.
It could be a throw if he does. I mean, if you look at his point of view, he doesn't see that much. Now he's not going to because he's going to explore and see a mangonel too.
And he also knows to back it up.
Yeah. This is going to be an awkward castle for him, though. Is he going to delete the 2 houses and make it in front of the gate? Like, he's already got farms set up on the other side of his TC. It's going to be a really weird placement.
Also, just a really weird opening. So he's imping on 1 TC, and then 2 TCs are creating vills. But, like, TaToH is going to full stonewall behind this. He's on 4 TCs, and if TaToH can continue this push and get some damage in, by the time Running's an imp, again, we still don't really know what he's going to go for.
I think Running's thinking about maybe clearing this and then going for a castle in the middle.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because, like, he still has the stone, and it's just kind of sitting, doing nothing right now in his bank account.
It's just, like, I think the reason he's adding knights is because it just carries more weight against pikes. But is that actually what you want to be doing?
I don't know.
He is being patient, though, because if you were to fight right now, I think it'd look a little awkward.
Yeah, and there's the castle. That's the first one anyway. You can always go for a second one in the middle.
God, those stone walls from TaToH are so good because he knows the raiding potential of Khmer.
Yep.
And that'll keep all of that food and wood eco safe.
I'd almost love to see him, like, get those ones down, fight a little bit, and then at some point later in the game, even get some further, so like layer upon layer, right?
Yeah, the onion strat.
Yeah, it didn't help the Titanic, but it might help TaToH.
Yeah. Good castle, I think, from Running, because if he delayed that any longer, he would have had to fight, and it seems like he's going to wait for imp upgrades. And I think he can clear this all with imp upgrades, which is why it's important for TaToH to have the walls.
Ballista elephants, well, you can cut through the wood instead of going through the walls.
True, yeah. Okay, Running's going to move out now. Maybe thinking he has to fight because imp upgrades will take time, and he knows he can actually win it now.
Yeah,
he will clear this. It's just not ideal, I'd say, to take that type of engagement. And it doesn't show a real vision of the future here, because TaToH can obviously make more pikes.
What, winning a giant fight in the middle doesn't show a vision of the future?
Not a strong vision.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, your opponent has 50% off on barrack technologies, and that's all you're making. So I think he's going to try, as he often does, is just try and, like, treb everything down quickly and snowball this fast. Can you castle on top of the statue in the middle there, or no?
I don't think you can. And that's why he put... Otherwise, he would have put it there.
Yeah.
No fletching for TaToH, so he can't even range the villagers building that castle. Or the castle itself. He will see the castle, though, and now he's going for even more stone walls. So TaToH is predicting that he might try and cut. Look at these diagonal stone walls.
Yeah.
He's predicting the ballista elephants might try and cut. He's just trying to buy himself enough time behind that. Very smart.
That's funny. Also, I like the sneaky outpost from TaToH on the left, but again, like, he's got to hold the middle. And at this point, Running's going to have 1 treb. He's got the 2nd, and soon the 3rd on the way. And TaToH's still 40 seconds from Imp Dave. So Running could honestly just win this brute force, full light cav, full trebs, and hold the gold in the middle. And actually, if he has the gold in the middle, he can go ballista elephants, genuinely, in the long term.
The fact that a villager just ran right past the castle and only got hit once is just... I can't even explain what I just saw. Anyway, true.
I didn't see it, but I'll take your word for it.
117 vills for both. Very nice. Similar ecos here, obviously running with that 3rd relic.
Oh, man, the trebs are also on the hill in the middle, too. So that castle's going to melt. Can't make trebs out of it. He can't get conscription. Running continues to make ballista elephants. What do Dravidians do against mass ballista elephants.
How much is wood steel? That's expensive, right? TaToH's house now. Oh,
but he needs a castle for it too, right?
Yeah, true.
Also, I don't know if wood steel, it ignores armor. Does that help against ballistas? I don't...
Well, it'll help against everything
so.
in front as well.
Yeah.
Halba's good. I mean, they get cheaper barracks upgrades, so that's fantastic. And there's another castle behind here. Ballista elephants are the killer here, right? And ooh, double crossbow already coming in. Oh, man.
We might not have seen a lot of it over the last few years, but I saw an arena game the other day. I think the clowns are figuring it out since it's buff. Well, the Castle Age version did. Like, it's always been a unit that if you can mass, it's difficult to stop, but...
Fortified wall from TaToH. Dravidian's late game against Ballista Elephant.
Why not Teutons? I'm still so confused why he'd pick Dravidians over Teutons.
I don't get it. I don't know.
Obviously, this hasn't gone as planned in the double crossbow ballistas.
Oh, no, dude.
I mean...
He's going to kill him, but still...
Yeah.
This was the only army for TaToH. And they're all weak for the Cavalier to come in and clear these up. Those halbs go down so quickly. TaToH's got to remass all of that. It has bought him a little bit of time to get fortified wall, as we see running coming over there with a ballista, just checking out that wood line. TaToH says, no, thank you. Can't cut through here. And running is going for chemistry. TaToH is just upgrading his halbs and getting bombard cannons, I guess. How much gold does he have left?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Not too much.
He can't win this game without gold. Like, he has gold in the back, but then he's got that gold that he can't really take towards the right side of his base.
Figure a way out. Maybe there's something with Dravidians that TaToH has thought of.
Side push with elephants. Look at the left corner.
Okay.
Boom. That's it.
It's not regicide, so...
No.
Elite Ballista Elephant coming in. Oh, boy.
You can't kill this.
Oh,
you absolutely cannot kill this. So for reference, I saw Elite Latus and fully upgraded skirms and halves from Lithuanians die to 30 ballistas. Like, you just can't kill it, dude. It's crazy. And it's not just that here either for running. Running has that.
And the castles.
But he also has a lot of Cavalier and the castles and the light cav, too.
And 60 Khmer farms. Pumping food behind that. Oh, Woot Steel coming in. Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
TaToH's banking everything on the halves.
See.
I mean, they are going to shred. They are going to shred if they actually engage.
Yeah. I think running with that much on gold is happy.
You know what, dude? The halves are kind of dying, but they did kill a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to take out the cav in front. You'd expect it, especially with the lack of upgrades there for
bomber cannons.
Yeah, TaToH needs one big crazy halb bomber cannon ball. He needs like 6 to 8 bomber cannons, I feel. That is a weakness for the Khmer, is that they do not get access to bomber cannon.
Ooh, Siege Elephant from TaToH. He's going for the big push with Woot Steel Halberdier. If he can delay long enough,
do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Those Halberdiers will shred the villagers really quickly, ignoring all of the armor, and he'll have the elephants to back it up. So if he can delay long enough on this side, there is a chance, but it's going to be really, really, really tough for him.
You've got to think, though, that running in this position should have outposts on the side of his base.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the amount of darkness there, when you know, like, everything we're saying is it's just going to be an easy clear up in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
As it is, by the way. The bomber cannons aren't even enough to take out the ballistas. Like, that's the only way you lose this game if you're
bomber
running.
Cannons are doing
gets a side
nothing
push.
to the ballistas, even if they hit.
TaToH added a bomber cannon on the left. That had to have been a mistake. I think he tried to make it at home. Because now that's a pretty easy snipe there for running if he notices.
TaToH needs... I mean, he needs more food eco even for this, this spam. Like, this is crazy, bro. He's attacking the TC with the bomber cannon. He's got siege elephants coming out. That'll start working on the walls. Halberdiers will be coming in, but it's simply not enough.
Yeah, TaToH's
and now his castle on the right side is going down too.
Running still hasn't shown me that he knows this push is coming, though, on the left.
Running just lost
no reaction.
A castle foundation somewhere, apparently.
Who?
Explain the lack of stone. Running, I guess.
Oh, I didn't see it, but maybe he did. TaToH's going to lose the castle. And now, okay, now running notices. But what he's going to send over here is going to be light cav. And that will be countered by the Halbs here. So if TaToH keeps continuous production there's definitely a small chance.
Yeah.
Still don't see how he wins the fight.
He's
in the
housed
front.
there, so won't be able to produce at all times.
Yeah, ballistas.
Oh, lots of ballista elephants dying. Holy. Yeah. If the Halbs ever get close, they do a lot of damage to these. And we can see running now kind of struggling, and TaToH is just fighting with only Halb, basically.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much all he's got. He could make skirms too, because skirms, I think they only do 1 damage, but they do fire faster with the Dravidians. But I think TaToH will, like, if you think about, like, the situation, I think TaToH will be really disappointed that his push on the left didn't actually make more of a dent.
Well, I mean, it's forcing over a lot of units. He's still got a villager there. He's still got siege workshops, and he's still got barracks.
Yeah, true.
So it's not dead yet.
He's still got pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to take 3 trebs. And yeah, he's still producing from that side. You're right. So you could.
And it's just Halbs for him. Like, he doesn't even need gold at this point, dude.
He should be getting guilds, and if they get it, and he should be selling nonstop. And no, TaToH, your bomber cannons, your bomber cannons.
Oh my god! I think he'll be fine. It's only Cavalier. I think he's gonna lose one.
Only lose 1. Yeah.
Maybe 2. No, he repositioned.
Oh, the ballistas have shown up. TaToH deletes a stable.
Dude,
he lost 3.
It's still like Blast Furnace wasn't even in, Tristan, for these Halbs, and they were doing that much damage. Blast Furnace is now coming in. Running is slowly pushing forward, but TaToH is holding somehow, and TaToH has Halbs queued up in those barracks on the side. If Running doesn't pay attention to that at all times, he could be in trouble.
I'm really surprised that Running isn't on stone. There's so much stone in the middle. He's getting a great raid here on the right, though.
And now he
should have villagers on stone.
He's teching into the champion line. Would steal Halbs, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they ignore armor, but you still got a unit with more attack, and the opponent still got gold.
Bro, the Halbs cleared up the army on the left, and TaToH can come in. All he needs to do is break through that gate now.
Yeah, but TaToH got wrecked on the right side. He's down to 120 vills. That's actually was a lot of his farming eco as well. And as he cleared up on the left, he did lose 40 Halbs in the middle. But still, I mean, impressive hold from TaToH. Obviously, Game 7, winner goes on to the finals here. Running, you just need to get some vills on stone, man. Just 5 to 10 on stone, just building up with more castles everywhere. I feel it's such an important part for him. Because there's no real raiding unit for TaToH. He doesn't have good cavalry.
Well, the raiding unit is Halberdier, dude.
Yeah, I know, but that wouldn't work against castles.
Also, the defensive unit and the aggressive unit.
Yeah, true. It's everything.
What can Dravidians do? Help. Yes.
Okay. Well, push comes in from TaToH again. Two-handed swordsmen are heading over that way. I'll be curious to see how this goes.
Well,
there's not going to be a lot
siege
of
elephants are in. I mean, feels like the Halbs will do decent against them.
Running hasn't made... Running's losing a lot of his elephants here in the middle, Dave, but it still feels worth it if he takes out the bombard cannons, and he will. He'll take out 1, he'll take out 2, and here he is at home defending.
The two-handed, they're dying to Halbs.
Well, they're really bad. Like, they're really bad in general, but...
How dare you say that? Hurting their feelings, dude.
Lacking the final armor, and I think also squires, which I guess isn't the biggest deal when you're at home. Feels like he'll kind of hold from that. He's been focusing more on the raids. And he's massing... actually, he's not massing more ballistas. He's just making light cav, and he's just making swordsmen. I mean, if he doesn't continue to have a big ball of ballistas, there's a chance for TaToH, who just took the score lead, if that means anything to you guys.
And TaToH is taking the gold in the north. Oh boy, Running can't let it. Running cannot. He's going for an outpost there. That's good. That's one thing you cannot let TaToH do. The gold in the south or the north, you can't let him take that. You're fine with this stalemate kind of situation, because eventually TaToH will run out of gold to make the siege. Won't run out of the Halbs, but he can't really push without siege. He's got to keep him off that gold.
Hussar finally coming in. That's an upgrade that he should have had a long time ago.
Like, if you can just keep getting in and raid him to death, It can
Yeah.
work. Even if you can't win the fights against the Halbs, it can work.
Yeah, and you need more castles too, I think. I think you could, in theory, have like 10 castles with all that stone that's out there.
Two-handed
TaToH's building a
swordsman.
TC on the left. That's important. He's trying to run over there with his other builds to finish it, but
It's not gonna
that could
work.
also bring this to Running's attention.
Yeah, that just tells your opponent what you're trying to do.
Oh, yeah, he's probably not able to focus on this right now. Either player probably is not, but the TC gets denied, and the buildings on the left might get cleared now, as TaToH officially has 0 on gold.
Yep. What a great set. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, great series. An amazing fight here from TaToH. It's awesome to see. Pointy boys for the Dravidians, though a bomber cannon is going to be so costly for TaToH to lose, and he loses it.
He's got a lot of gold, and he's saving it. Running doesn't care about that because he's got endless gold access in the center there. And he's got all his two-handed swordsmen pushing back the barracks on the left, so no option for that. TaToH now going to supplies and champion of his own, but he barely has any gold, bro. He's taking some in the south now.
Yeah, he's just trying to swing back and forth and see what gold he can get. But now that Running is thinking about this, Running has outposts up. And think about this, like, Running doesn't have 25, or actually 34 of his military, or maybe it's more like 20, fighting in the middle right now, and he's still winning.
Oh,
Because that stuff on the left corner is going to eventually come to this area.
TaToH just bought food. Yikes.
Not a
'cause
good sign.
He needed longsword right away.
More bomber cannons going down to ballista elephants. And there you see it. The bomber cannons will go down. Despite TaToH's desperation there trying to repair. Villagers on the right side for TaToH now
leave. He will
leave.
kill some ballista elephants here, probably. Two-handed swordsman coming in, but the Halbs will, as weird as this sounds, the Halbs will kill that easily.
But it's a nice healthy meat shield to have in front, because that's all the ballistas need, is they just need to have some meat in front so they can whittle things down.
And TaToH just needs to beat the meat.
Beat the meat is what TaToH needs to do.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do that here. Luckily for us all.
Hopefully not. Children watching.
I want to see TaToH get up to like 6 bomber cannons again. He keeps trying. He's got 1 more again, and then he's got 2 more in queue, but limited gold, man. I really just do not see. I mean, there's so much gold in the middle. It very much reminds me of that fight TaToH had. Yeah, I think it was Jungle something. The one where TaToH tried to break out to the outside. That one. Or I guess
Jungle
Running
Rumble.
did. Yeah, Jungle Rumble. Thank
Yeah.
you. It reminds me of the fight that TaToH put up there, right? He's got good pop. He's trying, but he just doesn't have access to gold, and you need that. And also, even if you had gold, I'm not really sure what Dravidians offer here.
Halb. That's the only thing on the
Halb.
menu. It's
Halb
the-
and champion.
It's the special every single day, Monday to Friday. Halb.
Yep.
Another
Yeah,
bomber
did
cannon
have-
dying.
Did have Teutons available, which I feel would have been better in some ways. But you know, it's very possible TaToH had a plan that he couldn't execute on.
These
because of how
two-handed
good Running's
swordsmen, I
played.
think, are gonna melt. But the ballistas are behind here. Still, the ballistas at risk of going down too. But Running is still raiding on the other side while this happens. TaToH is still taking that gold in the south. And Running is going forward with the castle, but I think this is a really bad castle placement. Look at TaToH quick walling into ballistas.
Wow, and you've got the castle fire and everything, and TaToH continues to fight. He has the population lead. I mean, at this rate, this is going to go on until there's no gold left on the map. And then maybe the Halbs can finally do it. What Running needs is siege follow-up, right? Like, he had such a good position there. If he had 4 trebs rolling forward while he was taking that fight, he would take out the castle and the monastery at the very least. Struggling with his late game flow at the moment. And there is a risk, Dave. Like, I genuinely believe the second there's no ballista elephants, that these Halbs can dominate everything. As they've already shown, they're holding their own. Now, I'd be curious to see, like, how would Japanese Halbs do? How
TaToH
would a few other civilizations do? but
TaToH did
still.
not have Teutons, by the way. He had Saracens and Chinese as his other
Oh,
two
okay.
sets. Yeah, that was
Okay,
Running.
so
that
Running
had
must have had Teutons.
Yeah.
Saracens and Chinese. Well, Yeah, it's more of a question mark. Let's put it that way. But again, I come in here with limited experience on this map.
Oh, that's
As
such a
TaToH
good...
sneaks away with some gold.
Dude,
on the left.
that's such a good castle there from running on that side.
Yep. And all these villas have desperately gone to the gold. It will die on the right side. On the left side, running heads right over there as well.
TaToH's going to finish that. Nope, never mind. Not going to finish that TC. It's already finished. Running did that for him.
Is there a world where running runs out of wood? I mean, not runs out of wood, but like
he's only got 10
having
on
10
wood.
on wood is an option, a problem. Excuse me.
Game paused. Ooh, dude, he's like making pictures with his farms at the back of his base. It's like Tetris. Got cube, man with window in soul. Yes. T-piece.
I see it. Lovely farms. Also, having
Smiley
70
face.
of them with Khmer is insane. Smiley face. Where's the smiley face?
At the front, near the castle in the middle for running. Not smiley face. Unimpressed face in the farms.
Your brain works way differently than mine does. I don't see it. But
everyone can see it. Everyone can see it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, now I need to look
the
at
gaps in the farms. Do you see?
Well, yeah, but I'm used to that. It's...
Yeah.
All right, it's fine. Hey, is he going to place a mining camp on stone? I think he might. I've been waiting for a little bit more stone income from him. But he's got the castles. I mean, the castles he does have are perfect. Maybe he just needs one more on the left. And finally, he moves forward here with some siege. It's still only one trap, but the second one's on the way. And that pause from TaToH might have been to, you know, reassess his options, or maybe he had an issue with the keyboard or something. But there's no way he wins this game. There's no way.
Going for a TC.
He's had no gold for so long.
Yep. Doesn't need it. He's got Halb. But now he's going to have... Well, he still has 64 farms. Like, he's done a great job keeping his farmers working throughout all these raids. He's now shifting over with more villagers at the south there, but his TC in the north has been discovered and denied once again. Running has done a great job dealing with that. TaToH is now officially out of gold, even for the supplies two-handed swordsman.
Yeah, and TaToH's going to lose his relics. He's going to lose his castle. He's got no stone, no gold.
I think the GG, good luck, well played, is coming soon from TaToH.
And for lack of a better word, what an incredible run from running.
Oh, yeah.
To beat TaToH, who's already a big name, who had beaten the Viper, who, forgive me, I don't remember exactly who he went through, but I know.
Sweeping Ganji, beating Doubt 3-1 as well.
Yep, crazy. Amazing results. It's still waiting for TaToH to call it here. Of course, it will be TaToH's kind of fighting for his tournament life, so TaToH has lots of reason to continue to fight. He actually has more barracks on the side towards the south. So he's being stubborn there. This
KD is just getting worse and worse as TaToH was fighting with large groups, and now he's fighting with small groups against better units. And he's losing villagers behind it too. Eco KD is 152-20 in favor of running.
It's been all running ever since that one fight. Remember, he got to Imp, but took the fight before Imp upgrades, but then immediately knew what to do.
Yep.
Immediate follow-up castle, immediate trebs, and then since then he's had middle control.
And there go the relics for TaToH. It's his only gold income. And you said running couldn't see the future. Well, future looks pretty bright to me.
Yep. I like the random red dots from TaToH. It's just so random desperation. More barracks. Halb's running into the farming eco. Somehow. I don't even know how he's getting that far into the farming eco. TaToH's at 185 pop. So as a player, because I think it's very easy for viewers to
like
say,
pop
why
cap,
is
basically.
BCG?
Yeah.
Yeah, like as a player, you just look at your pop, and that's what you base your fight on.
As a guy who's played thousands of or tens of thousands of games like TaToH, you've had situations like this before that seem hopeless, but your opponent forgets to produce or gets complacent, and then you push back, right? You're not banking on the fact that he's going to run out of any resources or something, but people get lazy. It's just human nature. And especially in a game like this, sometimes people forget to produce or produce the wrong things or get their eco balance all out of whack. Maybe the 10 on wood is going to come back to haunt running at some point. TaToH doesn't know.
Maybe the gold will run out.
I mean, that would be
It's been a long game so
that
far.
would be something else if it did happen.
Dude, I still can't see the smiley. This is bothering me so much. People said it's below the stable.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's not a smiley. It's like one big eye, little eye, and then the face, the mouth. I can't believe you can't see that.
No, I really can't. Anyways, TaToH's running to the right side now to get wood. It's 200 population game at the moment. This is funny. TaToH's walls pay off in the north here, Dave, but the ballista's going to cut through anyways. Good job there from running.
And he notices oh my god. He notices.
Yeah, I mean, he's on top of it, man.
Oh my god, man. He's still making halves. Just halve, and more halve. How many halves do you think TaToH's going to have made at the end of this game? I'm going to say 900.
900 is a really good guess because he has 950 deaths. So.
Well, he's got a lot of two-handed swordsmen made this game as well.
That's true.
So maybe, I'm going to say at the end, 900. 907.
But with the way he's fighting, the end might not come anytime soon. But actually, you know what you look at here is you look at the unit queue. The unit queue is abysmal.
Actually, no, less than 900. 800.
No. You can't.
No, because no. Because you have to factor in the eco KD as well. I think 743.
Well, that's what I was going to say 744. So. Going to be one of those situations where I go for the tactical guess.
Yeah, the price is right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like 743. Tristan, what's your price? 744. I'm just looking at you like, fuck you, dude.
You know where my brain went? This is bad. So you ever play that game in like school where it's like, guess how many jelly beans are in the jar?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would always ask my friends what they guessed, and then I would pick the tactical answer. I won 2 out of 4 years I played. Just saying.
Yeah, but you won the game, but you lost friends. So
I mean, they weren't really my good friends to begin with. It's all right. I mean, come on. I was playing Xbox all day, so it was before online was possible, so I didn't need friends.
Dude, TaToH's he's still at 190 pop.
Right?
What?
I think Siege Ram would make a lot of sense for running, as well as just like Trebs. He's actually adding petards, which I imagine is to bust through another wall, but it's one of those where like running could kill TaToH faster, but
dude,
he doesn't
these
have to.
These ballista elephants are gonna die here.
They are getting poked down pretty quickly here, I have to say. The thing about ballistas in this game is, with how many TaToHs killed, if it was a standard arena game, it may have paid off for him already.
80,
but there's just so much gold.
94 Khmer two-handed swordsman in the queue.
Yeah.
How have we found ourselves at this position?
How many resources is that?
That's
also, how many barracks does he have? He has to have at least
also,
like 7.
Why is Running's going for petards? Because he's tired of trying to chop through the wood line.
Yeah.
Damn
He's
it,
got
I'll do
8
it
barracks,
myself.
by the way. I feel like you should make a few more, but wood has been a concern for him.
He's been pop capped this entire game though.
But I mean, TaToH also only has like 9 barracks, so it's fine.
Bro, like TaToH.
I can't wait to see the other thing we should guess is how much gold has been collected by running. It's got to be insane. He's had 30 on gold for the last 50 or maybe like 40 minutes. He's got to be over 40k gold, I think.
743, remember that.
743?
Helps. Graded.
Oh, helps. Okay, I was going to say gold? Like what?
There it is. Running takes it, dude. 799!
744 worked. Yes.
Oh, running takes it. TaToH with an incredible hold there, but we knew it was going to happen. And running goes through to the finals. So he's either against Yo or Valis, which comes up next. Great stuff from TaToH, but running was just clearly more prepared.
Yeah, I think there were a few question marks over some of TaToH's civ choices, honestly. Like Koreans on Z-Wall. That didn't look too hot. Mongols on Jungle Rumble or Jungle, whatever that was. And then here, Dravidians certainly didn't look all that hot. Now, it's not to say that running's execution wasn't also really good. He had gotten the better of the relic exchange and also had great map control, but running deserves it, man. I think he might be the favorite going into the final.
Dude, Crease, that comment, man, this is why AoE2 is cheap. Someone who's totally shredded
You
can
there?
just
You
spam
good?
trash units and hold. I'm responding to some idiot in my chat. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It's a Civ matchup.
I'm gonna
dude.
guess
it's just
before
a
I
Civ
look at
matchup,
it.
Crease.
40. I said 40,000 gold. I'm gonna stick with 40,000 gold. That's a lot of gold for running. 34,000
Why
gold.
it's beautiful. Why it's
TaToH
cheap.
actually collected more resources purely because of the wood count. But it was 34,000 gold versus 12,000 gold, and then running had 80,000 food in this game versus 62 from TaToH. I don't know what you make, Dave. I don't know what you do. I truthfully do not know what you make as the Dravidians there, which again brings question marks up in my head on why you pick them.
You like Halb is your best option there, and it's just a slow death. Feels like you can't win if you're already on the back foot. So you can hold for a very long time, but it's slow death.
Also, it's not like ballista elephants are necessarily the norm right now, so that was sick from running. I know that they did have their weaknesses at times, but if I could have a separate stat on how many of the kills the ballista elephants contributed to, it'd probably be around half of the kills that running ended up getting.
Yeah.
If not more than that. So that was a really good choice there. Probably even better and easier to get to than something like scorpions or even like elite battle elephant, which would have been a disaster choice for him.
All right, so running wins. Wow.